All right, homies, you know the game. You know what's waiting in here for you. You've been prepared for it. You've had your long rest completely restored after the most recent combat with Shilonin, the goddess of the harvest. The party rises from this murky pool, a new sense of purpose invigorating them. Let's kick off the session like we always do lately. You guys go ahead and give me the recap. What's been happening in this dungeon? What are we doing now? What information is salient to our current position? Inspiration on the table for anyone who contributes. Go ahead.
Well, we did fight the tree god, Saloni, the goddess of the harvest, apparently. She was a bitch, so that's pretty much how I will put it kindly. Um, found out she was kind of like a sort of a roper thingy that you like to wait till people attacked and then attack them. Um, she's kind of dead now. She had lined up a lot of people for these lion attacks so she could blow her load all over the place. And essentially, what happened was is Feline got tired of her shit and just burned her, breathed all over. We've been kind of sleeping in this muddy puddle of her. We found a wand of lightning bolts, which may or may not prove useful in the upcoming fight.
Very well said. The combat with Shilonin was difficult. The polyp, the tree-like creature, grappling you, moving you into advantageous positions in order to unrelease its lightning breath, was very difficult combat. A couple of deaths, yet thanks to the resources intact from Valorum, you were able to be revived. What else happened?
Oh, we had a lore dump by our lovely Celeste over here. I don't remember the most exact details. The one detail I do remember was her husband is dead. She saw him in the afterlife, but decided to come back and assist us anyways. So, from what I've taken out of that, or at least Valorum, is that we have something in common. Her husband's dead. My wife is possibly dead. There's a theme here.
Possibly
Widow
so.
besties.
It does seem that there are some unifying themes that have been drawing the party deeper into the exploration of this temple. Apparently, this mission to discover the life cycles of the gods for the sake of the Church of the Raven Queen calls out to individuals with very specific trauma. A little bit of bonding between Valorum and Celeste. What else, guys?
Also, Valorum has stated that nobody's allowed to die while he's still alive. And he will make sure of that.
Well said. Go ahead and take inspiration. I think I forgot to mention it. Feline, go ahead and take inspiration as well.
Thank you.
I think the last big note of kind of thing of note here. Mork got the axe removed from their hands, correct?
Indeed,
When they went unconscious.
Morik was slain, which, as we know, ends all attunements to magical items, cursed or otherwise. For the moment, Morik has woken up, his bond to the Berserker's axe of Tlokas Papalokas extinguished. What are the ramifications of that?
Depends on what other things Mork had equipped.
Very well.
I only had one other thing equipped that would require attunement. So
Something that
Oh, do you not have a weapon?
I do. It's a spear.
Oh, I can give you a +1 mace.
I'm good with this. I'm good with the spear. This is fine. It means that when I get hit by a dragon, I won't be swinging at everybody.
So, Drug Dug,
I'll just.
very accurately said. Anything else to contribute?
I'm trying to think. It was mostly just the combat. We took the long rest in the muddy puddle. We had the scene. I believe Celeste's manifest mind was sent into the other room and kind of discovered a large kind of breathing of the gas. I think that was about it.
That is very accurate. The party pressing through the silver door with the crescent moon inscribed upon it. You did indeed see another chamber from beyond. The movement of the noxious gas, which has been pervading all of Tomoe-chan, has indeed been revealed to be very much in line with the breath of some tremendous creature. The party anticipates a struggle in the room beyond. Go ahead and take inspiration, Drug Dug. Morik, Celeste, what do y'all got for us? Not necessarily from last session, but anything that is relevant to the party's current situation.
I don't think I have anything else to add.
Yeah, I agree. I think sadly last week is the week I went hard in the paint. Everybody's got me this time.
I'm gonna do what I can to get you guys inspiration here. Celeste.
I already have inspiration.
If you've got
so
inspiration, you don't need it, that's all
yeah.
good. Morik, you in the same boat?
Yeah, I didn't get to use it last week because your boy was super dead.
Very well said. Well, it is an accurate summary of the events thus far. Your purpose is known before you. You must find a way out of this toxic tomb before the miasma inevitably claims you. With that, as the party ascends from their long rest, Valorum's water-breathing spell having provided a brief respite from the poisonous gas all around you. Once again, the dungeon and the world are yours, adventurers. What do you wish to do?
Valorum is going to look at the group and go, all right, everybody, come here for a second. I need to do some preparations. And everybody, and I'm going to use a lot of spell slots to do this, but I feel like this is very necessary. Everybody is going to get a protection from poison.
What?
That.
Valorum, describe to me the magic and how it affects the situation here as you cast it.
All right, so as Valorum kind of walks around and touches everybody, you see almost like stars appearing above everybody's head, and they flicker green, like nice green stars. And they all kind of like connect up, and as they all connect up, the star goes into the body and floats right near the upper chest. And you have almost like this green light that's like shimmering off of you right now, which is giving you some sort of, which is basically shielding poison from getting to you.
Very good. One by one, the spell is cast, the incantation ringing throughout the room in repetition. Valorum, is that... Let me think.
5 spell slots.
5 spell slots in total, 3 level 2s, 2 level 3s?
Yep.
Very good. A majority of your spellcasting power having been expended on this feat, yes?
Yes.
Very good. The star's heart within Valorum's Warforged chest sparkles brightly in a moment, dimming slightly. You can feel your energy reserves drained. Hopefully, it will be enough.
All right, everyone. We have 1 hour to do this. Let's finish this in 1 hour.
Well, let's go. As he starts standing up, walk up to the door. So we heard your waits.
Mark, if you could go first. Also, just in case you lose your spear, Valorum's going to give him the +1 mace that we found in the Underdark that lights up.
Very word, the candle mace, if I recall it correctly.
Yes.
We haven't seen that in 6 months or something.
It's been a while.
How long you been holding on to that?
Since, probably about like 4 months ago.
So, I know that the urge to press on is great, but I would be remiss if I did not ask. Are there any conversations? Are there any preparations? Are there any meditations within our character's own thoughts that we wish to share before we press forth?
Kind of emptying my pockets, seeing my last sling stone. How many gems did popped out of the tree?
Jim, Feline pulls one off her forehead and goes, "Here you go."
Such a way.
Point blank with that.
Gems are quite resilient to blunt force damage. I'm sure only a few will break.
So to give you an exact number, there were 120 pieces of blue jasper, which erupted from the body of the slain Shalonen. You should, if you intend to use these as ammunition, you should be in decent shape.
Honestly, if we're dead, we can't spend the money, and if we just hoard it, we're gonna be dead anyway. I say use them as ammunition.
Morik, I'm gonna hand him the potion of Storm Giant Strength. Like Feline just said, if we're dead, we can't use this.
Perfectly. No offense to Morik and Skitty.
I will nod and take the potion. I believe in the bottom of this thing's a pretty large toenail, right?
Indeed, you can see the toenail absolutely yellowed with jaundice and age, and sparking with electricity as it boils around in the cloud-like potion.
I'm going to look at Valorum and nod my head and say, "All right."
Good.
Do I have to swallow the toenail with this thing?
You have to chew it, actually.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
That strong dwarven jaw chowing through like the little bit of chia seeds at the bottom of a smoothie, just.
Oh.
God, I miss Smoothie King.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna take it, and it's that, you know how a child pinches their nose and every little sip is a.
Yep.
The softest cat vomit of noises starts coming from Morik.
Feline just pats you on the back. Yeah, keep it down. Come on, you can do it. Chug, chug.
All right, 1 hour. Let's
I'll
do this
take
thing.
I'll take 30 of the little gemstones.
Hell, take them all. You might need them.
300 gold in my
Big
pocket.
Morik, you give it one
By
link.
the way, who attuned to the wand of lightning bolts?
Good question.
Celeste.
I did.
Okay, cool. Just making sure we know where everything is. So, okay. Feline's going to kind of adjust the bracers she got and just kind of go, all right.
Well, it's like we're prepared. This never happens. It's usually we just get, killed.
Usually we just walk in there.
I think I'm psyching myself out.
I'm sure we've got this, guys. Now, everyone go first.
Yes. Proceed forward, everyone.
We're both standing in the doorway, just like,
Got your back, Morik. Let's go.
The
All right,
party-
I will.
Go on.
I'm going to approach the door, knowing that it's probably something pretty large. I believe we know the dragon's behind it. I'm going to put my hand on the door to see if I feel heat.
Make a perception check. As you press your hand toward the door in front of you, it is an alloy of bronze and a silvered steel. You can see inscribed upon the doorway a city, a ringed city, much like the city of Omu that you have seen represented within this place multiple times. You can see the sun and the moon both reigning within the sky above it.
All right, I will.
With a 6 on perception, you feel no heat. You feel only the incessant tremor of the tremendous creature's breath behind the door, waxing out with the miasma.
All right, I'm gonna have everybody kind of get as close as I can. I don't want to. The second I kick this open, I get the feeling that I could definitely be in combat. So, I'm wanting to make sure people can get in if they need to get in, because a bottleneck is bad for business. Lining up sometimes gets you shot. I will open the door.
Morik, as you move to open the door in front of you, it slides forth with ease, the metallurgy having endured the thousands of years. As it does so, you can see a tremendous chamber before you, 30 feet tall, mighty buttressing a vaulted ceiling, yet parts of the ceiling and wall have collapsed. You can see where raw earth has spilled down from a gaping hole in the ceiling, and sunlight illuminates the chamber, dappling the shadow. You can see around the room chewed and decayed corpses of baboons. You can see also what dominates the chamber. Visible first is the great sailing ship. You can see, in the classical style of a longboat or galley, many oars still ported in its side, the sails having been tattered by age, dripping down in shreds and tatters. Yet you can see the barge itself loaded to bursting with gold, its tarnish undiminished by age. With artifacts, curiosity only increased by the time since they were known. Yet, you can see also the source of the breath, the source of the toxin. You can see coiled around the barge, its two heads breathing in alternate. A slim, wiry example of its species. Its scales turned almost white with the dust of age, yet you can see upon the creature's body the intermingling of green and black scales. You can see the division upon its body, where the two heads, like the heads of a snake that has been mutated, split off from the body, coiling around each other's necks in comfort as the creature sleeps before you. The moment that you step into the chamber, almost immediately, a wave of that toxic miasma presses itself out toward you. You know that your time in this room will not be measured in hours, but in minutes. The moment that the door creaks open, you can see the ancient creature begin to shift in dreamless sleep before you. You can hear the tinkling sounds of the gold coins spilling from the sides of the barge that it rests upon. In addition, you can see in the northeastern section of the chamber, rather the southeastern section of the chamber, I forgot this map's turned sideways. You can see a set of double doors, one of bronze, one of silver, without any inscriptions upon them. What now, adventurers?
Drug. Like a mix of. Oh, shit, there's a creature. Shit, that's a dragon. But wait, we can get out of here! Fucking look, staring over there at that ship. We gotta kill it.
Isn't that why we're here?
Yeah, I'm going to nod in agreement that we need to kill it. I'm checking something real quick. Fuck, it has a verbal component. Well, that sucks ass.
Oh, I just noticed something. My character actually doesn't have its own token vision. So like, I see like the little quarter, like little blip up in the quarter. I was
Let me
like,
fix that for you, Drug Dog. I'm not sure why that's still an issue, but there you go.
sweet.
I will not continue to sit here. That doesn't make a ton of sense with the door open. I need to press myself in, so I'm going to move my 25-ish feet to here. And I am going to... We're not really in combat, so I guess a prepared spell doesn't make, or a prepared action doesn't make a ton of sense here.
Prepared actions are really something we can only take in initiative.
Okay.
You can certainly say, hey, I'd like to start doing something when I see X, but that'll just kick off initiative.
Okay.
Ooh, could I get vision from my manifest mind? It doesn't have it.
Whoopsie. Sorry. Yep, checked every token but that.
No, you're fine.
160 feet, right?
Ooh, 60 feet. Yeah, I think that's it. I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Morik, Feline, Celeste, Drug Dug, Valorum. The party begins to press into the chamber here. Your feet attempting to avoid the fallen rubble around you, your hearts attempting to beat more softly. Let's have a group stealth check, shall we?
Oh, stealth is what I do.
Just a quick recap. Is the dragon sitting on the galleon bursting with gold, kind of like in Treasure Planet?
That's a very good description. Actually, give me a second.
I'm just kind of wondering, so I me and my squirrely thoughts.
No, that's a good question. Let me go ahead and import a token in order to give you guys some representation of the barge, as it could provide some valuable cover.
Stealth checks are high, everyone. Stealth checks are good.
Alright. You want a stealth check? Okay, cool. I can try. Not my best work, but it's work. Yep. Okay. Nito, I was just
your,
wondering.
Oh, the map moved.
your fog of war got pushed over.
Whoops, it sure did.
I don't think it was the fog of war. I think the map moved.
No, it literally did. Thank you. There we go.
Well,
Yeah, there we go. So it's like I'm on the other side of that wall.
Let me see here. As the party presses their way in, you can see the creature's sleep disturbed, the heads beginning to murmur to each other as you see slowly, like the unknotting of a boat's anchor rope, the heads begin to shift, not quite awake, yet waking, unentwining themselves from one another. You can hear a susurrus in Draconic, a whispering voice as, with a snorting breath, even more miasma is expelled into the chamber. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Do you need to ask Feline?
That's right, Ascendant Dragon Monk. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Feline. Or insight, if you prefer.
Let me see which one's better. They're both about equal, but I'm feeling very insightful today. Not bad.
With a 13, you hear only one word from the mothering. One phrase, I should say, instead. You hear the green head ask the black head, "Is it true? Are we waking? Or is this yet another part of the dream?" The blackhead in response, murmuring, "It matters not. Our duties are the same." You can see the entire body beginning to shift and move. In moments, it will be truly awake. What do you wish
What
to
do
do?
you wish to do? This is going to end in violence anyway. I'm gonna go as John Madden and favor the Blitz. What about you guys?
I'm going to enlarge myself when, like, if we're gonna go in, I'm going to enlarge to try to catch up on some size.
Let's do this now before it awakes.
I'm going to just call out to Sparkles, who's an owl now, to like help out Drug Dug the best that they can.
Now, does this two-headed dragon have wings?
It certainly does. One of green and one of black.
Cool. That'll make designation easier. All right.
In that case, I will need two things as the party begins this blitz against the two-headed dragon in front of them. I'm going to need you all to roll initiative, and I will also need each of you to explain what are you feeling, what are you thinking as you gaze upon the scene before you. Your mission in this place was originally to discover information pertaining to the life cycles of the gods, yet since becoming trapped within this dungeon, since being exposed to the miasma, survival has been forefront upon your minds. What do you feel as you gaze upon the creature in front of you, stirring from sleep that you approach with violence? We'll go ahead and roll through an initiative here. Give me just a moment. Drug Dug, you have the initiative. The somnolent form of the waking creature in front of you beginning to extend its necks, the wings beginning to flare wide. You can feel your hand upon your weapon. What is in your heart?
Ooh. After finally seeing a way out of here. Drug cannot only one thing I could say. Vengeance.
To whom?
Vengeance versus that crew who started the crew who committed a mutiny. Specifically, his first mate. A hobgoblin named Grizguts. He was someone who, well, been with him since the beginning. But the moment Drug was growing lax, growing secure, he was tossed out immediately.
Drug Dug, you remember that long fall from the sky through the canopy of the jungle and through the shattering stone beneath you that brought you here. Cast down, yet this will not be your tomb. It doesn't matter what this creature is. All that matters is that it stands in your way. What do you wish to do?
Would I be able to get cover in this corner? If I was to press myself up to try to hide. If not, it's fine.
To hide in that corner would definitely be possible, yeah. From that position.
Okay. That'd be my bonus action first. 21.
With a 21, Drug Dug, as you press yourself into the corner, you see the green head of the uncoiling creature, its eye open for the first time. The moment that you traverse over that pile of rubble, the slightest tremor of stone, the eye flashes open. You see the deadly, predatory yellow affixed upon you.
Well then, I guess just to start it off, I'm just gonna throw a sling. Okay, yeah, I can reach that.
Roll the hit.
I assuming just a straight one. And
Yes. With a 23, as the sapphire bullet rockets forth here, 8 points of bludgeoning damage taken, as you see a small cut above that same yellow eye begin to form. Immediately as that happens, you hear a dual roar of pain reverberating throughout the room. Feline, you hear the speech of the intertwined heads. Dream or not, the pain is real. Drug Dug, what next?
I think that will be it.
Drug Dug, as you press yourself into the corner, attempting to gain some cover, you can feel the toxic miasma all about you. Feline, here on initiative 17, as the creature still wakes. What is in your heart? What do you wish to do?
So, a lot has happened to Feline on her first adventure. She thought originally it was going to be kind of fun and exciting to see new things and explore new things. But she's learned rather quickly it's an eat or be eaten world. And you're either the cat or the mouse in this situation. So right now you're dealing with a very more feral, more primal looking monk that is definitely kind of like she wants to adhere to her tenets, but if it means she to uphold them, she's not going to. She is very much in this mindset of it's either kill or be killed here.
Feline, you have lost your arm within this dungeon, but you have not lost your spirit. The empty arm of the robe flapping within the force of the breath of the creature in front of you. For the first time, perhaps, you truly understand the way of the ascendant dragon that you follow. You see the namesake of your style before you, and as you say it yourself, it is kill or be killed. That is what you have chosen. Let us see your draconic spirit. What next? What next?
Well, I gotta ask you a little bit of a question.
Of course.
How does crippling limbs work in your game?
So the way that called shots work in my game is you tell me what you want to achieve with a called shot. I give you a damage threshold that must be achieved within a single turn or a single round, depending on whether you are bringing other party members into this with a combined action. If you hit the attack and you meet the damage threshold, you do all of the damage, and in addition, you gain the effect of the called shot. If you fail to meet the damage threshold, no damage is done, and the attack and any resources involved in it are effectively wasted.
Okay. Now, can I do this through multiple attacks, or does it have to be through one?
It can be multiple attacks. Again, when you give me the called shot, you tell me the scope of the called shot. You tell me when you begin to achieve it, whether this is a single attack, whether it's multiple attacks, or whether it's a coordinated party action. I'll give you a damage threshold that I think is appropriate.
Well, I know the party will agree with me. That thing can fly. And Morik and a few of us can't. So I am going to kind of roar out, cripple the right wing, and hopefully for enough of us combining our forces on that wing will cripple it, and either it's going to be flying in circles or not flying at all, is what I'm achieving.
Feline, if you wish to cripple the wing yourself in this single round, I'm going to need a damage threshold of 42. You can feel. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm trying to get the party to help me, so it's just kind of, we're going to see about a sustained assault. I mean, I also kind of asking, What do you guys think about this in this situation? Should we go for it, or should we just focus on just breaking it down
You guys have the
instead
time
of
to give.
tactically disabling her?
You guys have the time to give affirmatives or negatives on this.
I am down.
Sure, do it.
Very good. As the party shares
Skitty,
a
if
glance,
you think
as
that lightning bolt wand can help?
it certainly could. As the party shares a glance here, you know what is necessary. Feline immediately rushing forward to target the wing, leaping up upon the barge in order to make her strikes. If this is a combined party effort here, I will tell you the damage threshold is 101 in this round to cripple the wing.
Bet. And
Think
does that
we can do
include, does that include Drug Dug, or is it going to end at the end of Drug Dug's turn?
I will say it's going to end right before we get back to Feline's turn. If Feline is the one initiating
Okay.
the called shot here.
All right.
Then the first question I
Feline
would
is
have
going
is,
to try her.
I want to ask real quick, am I big enough to grapple this thing?
You are currently.
All right, I'm in.
All right, here we go. So Feline is essentially going to be using her claws to essentially devastate the wings, the membranes, anything that can really hurt it. So we're gonna go for that. Oh, that's definitely a miss.
With a 12, Feline, as you begin to pull yourself up the side of the barge, coins spilling down you like a cascade as the necks cease to intertwine. You leap up to scratch at one of them, going for the green wing, yet the black head intercedes itself. You can see the red eyes of the dragon the red eye of the black head before you, as it turns toward you and says, "The form of the destroyer. Unseen, unknown. It must be real!" Feline, the first attack misses.
I figured as much. Second attack.
A 23.
I
As
think
you
that's fair.
plunge your claw toward the black dragon's eye, go ahead and roll damage. Valorum, can I count on you to tally the damage for the called shot here over the course of the round?
Yeah, I got you.
You got it. 5 points initially. Is this elemental or slashing?
It is slashing. We are aiming to cripple.
Slashing damage here. As you move past the black head toward the green wing, shredding through the membrane, yet it's tough. What next?
Well, just in case, we're going to ask it to make a con save while we're doing that, because we do know a lot about pressure points.
You certainly do, yet the creature in front of you, its body unfamiliar, its mind circuitous, has advantage on this save. A 16.
What's your save DC, Feline?
It met it.
I'm gonna subtract
By 1.
I'm gonna subtract off of that using my what's it called? It is to subtract. It is whoa. Yeah, I'm gonna take a D6 off of that.
Very good. Immediately.
Need a 2.
Tell me how this omen functions in this moment.
Valorum kind of like looks at it and sees Feline. I don't know exactly what Feline's thing looks like, but I think it's like some sort of glowing fist that like hits it. He sees the dragon slowly like start to shake it off and like push this energy off of him. Valorum like makes some hand gestures and sends out some like little stars out from his mask, and then almost like reforms the energy around the dragon and makes it even harder to push away.
Valorum, just like your wife plunging headfirst at the helm of that spelljammer into the black hole before her, you too seek stories which cannot be told in this universe. And as you conjure upon the constellation of a plane beyond, you rewrite the fate before you. For a brief moment, you see both heads of the dragon begin to falter, as the first of its 6 legendary resistances is used. What next, Feline? You do get the 5 points of damage there, of course.
Oh, another 5?
No, just the standard 5 from the
Oh.
slashing.
Okay. Well, we are going all out, so we're going to use another to flurry. I wish it could be advantage, but sadly, I expected it to have some legendaries.
A 19 hits, just
19.
meeting the AC. Your own claws, sharper than dragon scale. Well honed, another 6 damage.
6, and let's see if we can burn another con save.
Absolutely. Go ahead and tally that damage up, Valorum, as we make another con save with advantage. With a 23 this time. You can feel the pulse of the dragon's heartbeat as the adrenaline kicks in, as the blood begins to flow, the wings flaring out before you. The damage is dealt, yet there is no stun.
Alright, and last attack. No.
The final attack striking true here as well. A total of 18 damage done so far in this round as Feline tears toward the wing, the tough membrane showing resistance. Anything else, Feline?
I am done. So I am. I can't use. I've already used my bonus action, so I am I'm going all in. I am done.
Well said. Feline, here at the end of your turn, Amphis Bana will use the first of her their legendary actions. You see the wings flare out, one at a time, almost like the stroking of an oar. Go ahead and make me a DC 17 dex save.
DC 17 dex save.
With a 22, you withstand the maelstrom that is buffeted in your direction, clinging to the side of the solar barge. Valorum, you're up.
All right. If we want to deal massive damage to this thing, or at least a decent amount of damage, I mean, we knew it was coming. Valorm's going to use a 3rd level spell slot to cast Conjure Animals. And we're either going to make it a giant owl, giant lizard, or D100, whatever you want, Ben.
You know how this goes. You tell me what you want, you roll me a D100, we will see how amenable the Fey courts are feeling in this moment.
I want a flying creature, so either giant owl or giant bat.
You got it. Go ahead and roll me a D100, and as you focus upon the properties of the 10 million animals that you could conjure here, as your mind is racing, what properties are you most focused on? Flying, of course, but beyond that?
Flying and something with a sturdy body, strong enough to either grapple or to deal a decent amount of damage, like hit this thing fucking hard.
Give me a D100.
Slashing mainly. I'm looking for slashing damage.
You got it. Give me a D100.
All right. 99.
You can do it.
Okay.
Boy, can you!
Owls or bats? Owls or bats? What do you want, my man?
Shit.
Fly, man,
We're gonna go with owls because that's the first thing that I find in my bestiary here.
That's perfect. Owls work.
Remind me again, if you would be so kind, how many owls? Conjure animals? One sec.
Owls are a...
Okay, I think they're 1/4, right? Giant owl.
They're 1/4, so I summon
Beautiful,
8 of
owls.
them.
Very good. As the murder of birds appears around the dragon here, we are going to roll these as a pack. We're going to keep them in there as a pack. We have the 8 marker token on there to remind us how many giant owls are still alive. Valorum. Also, sorry, quick reminder, our dragon here is currently 30 feet in the air, the height of the ceiling. Valorum. As the owls appear around the dragon, the talons immediately leaping for weak points. Let's go ahead and roll them into initiative, as they do act on their own turn. Could you, with a 99, well, actually 3 is good, it acts on this round. So with a 99 here, Valorum, I have to say, you speak a prayer, a beseechment, shall we say, toward that same Fey Queen that you did before. How do you get your fucking clout here? What is it Valorum promises for this 99?
He hasn't promised something.
Maybe not a
Hold
promise.
on. Yes, I love this. Valorum, as he's like summoning out, as he's trying to like reach for the owls. I would say he closes his eyes, but he doesn't have really eyes to close, so he just focuses in. And he sees this Fey Queen, and she simply looks at him and goes, "What will you give me if I give you something you want right now?" And Valorum says, "We'll have tea and talk about this, like we used to." And she, with a bit of a smile, as she has the roses that Valorum sent her beside her, goes, "Okay."
Not even okay. She takes one of the roses. She inhales the scent deeply. Her eyes like sun, like honey, boring into your own. She says, "Okay." She bites the rose's head off of its stem and says, "We'll talk about it." You see the owls appear before you. Rolled into initiative. That's your action there, Valorum. What else? You do have a bonus action and an object interaction. You got movement.
We're going to use one of the wild shapes as a starry form, and I'm going to use starry archers and take a shot at the wing.
Valorum, as the starry archers are conjured before you, you realize for the first time that the bend of the bow is no bow, and the flight of the arrow is no arrow. It is the curvature of space-time, and the bolt is your wife's own spelljammer as it seeks the target before her. Roll a hit.
Come on. I miss sad days.
With a 14, you will not hit. The revelation of your own magic before you, causing you momentary pause. You see the starry bolt eke off past the dragon's form here. Valorum, anything else?
Yeah, Valorum's going to use his movement to move right up here with a Celeste and go, "I think they got this," and use object interaction to close the door.
Valorum, just to clarify, the giant owl here, I'm guessing, has been summoned at the height of the dragon?
I would say so, yeah.
Very good. In that case, Valorum, a fine turn here as Amphisbaena begins her retaliation. The two heads roar at once and say, "The final hurdle, the final believer, the old gods versus the new." Both heads at once begin to roar their triumph and defiance before you. The dragon shifts. You see the two heads coiling like a helix before you, both roaring. Yet, it is only one of them which produces the breath attack, as the black head turns before you. A massive surge of acid down and through the owls. Avoiding Feline here, catching Morik with the height differentials. I'm going to need a DC 14 dexterity save from... Give me 8 d20s for the owls, if you'd be so kind, Valorum, /R space 8 d20. And Morik, give me the dex save. A 19 is absolutely a success here. Morik, taking 19 points of damage here, you throw yourself toward the rubble as your tremendous form, difficult to mobilize. Your pauldron takes the brunt of the acid, yet you can feel it dripping into your flesh. With our owls here, that's going to be 3 saves, and that is going to be 19 damage on a save. Owls have 19 HP. The entire form before you, extinguished as the feathers melt from the air, merging with the fey dust. Amphisbaena roaring her triumph for the first time. Morik, you can feel the acid burning your skin. The dragon out of reach, yet you can feel the might of your people flowing through you. Or can you? Make me a Constitution save, DC 10, to maintain concentration on your enlarge. You can hear the beating of the forge in your own mind, Morik. What will you do?
I will standing where I'm at. What am I looking at here? That's what I was looking at. 25 feet gets me to the edge of the rubble. So, and there, how high in the air is that dragon?
30 feet. She is circling the height of the chamber. Make me an insight check. Circling the height of the chamber.
Well, can't do much with that. So, if I throw the spear, I would have to use the mace. I don't want to throw the spear. I will move 15 feet this direction and take the dodge action.
Very good, Morik. As you press your way into the corner, sometimes the most difficult thing to do is nothing. As you take the dodge action, readying yourself, you know that you will not be caught out of position again. Anything else, Morik?
That's it.
Celeste, that brings us... That's upsetting me. Give me a moment. Celeste, that brings us to you. You see the closed door in front of you, yet you perceive perfectly through the presence of your manifest mind.
Okay, firstly, I'm going to use my action through Manifest Mind to Tidal Wave. Basically starting from this side and crashing into this side.
Speak first into existence this magic, and then roll your damage. What do we see?
So from Valarum's side of thing, he sees her like cast the runes in the air with her quill, and then sort of grabs them all, pulls them towards her hands, and then below her orb of discs is like swirling, and it almost just like sucks in the runes, and then the runes peer around her manifest mind, who then just kind of like head bonks them all to activate them, and then when they do, this like starry river of like water just appears on one end, and just like giant wave washes over the dragon.
A distant galaxy, our own Milky Way, appearing and flowing with the same substance as it attempts to overwhelm the beast before you. A dexterity save, not one of the dragons better. With a 13, you see the surge of starlight slam into the body of the beast as it is sent tumbling from the sky. 24 points of bludgeoning damage. Tell me, are we still making called shots here?
I don't think so.
I mean, if that was what we were doing before, then she would definitely be doing that.
Based on your own judgment. You know, we need 101 points before it comes back to Philine's turn. We've done, what, 15?
42 in total.
42 thus far. Is that including the tidal wave?
This is just including the tidal wave.
If you would like to bank on Drug Dug's, ability to do 70 damage in a round, which I don't actually disbelieve, then you're welcome to make the called shot here.
I think the called shot's off.
The called shot's off. As the dragon takes to the air, the opportunity seems to slip away, its wings resilient, its urge to flight intuitive. 24 points of damage here. Roll me another 3d6 as the dragon tumbles from the sky, slamming into the prow of the ship, upending it for a moment, as gold coins, beautiful gems, and valuable artifacts spill around you within the room. 10 points of damage here, in addition to the 24, as the tidal wave surges into the creature. Celeste, anything else?
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to command Sparkle to fly up, because I think it has to be, well, fly towards the 30 feet up and 30 feet toward? Yeah. Sparkle, not the manifest.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, the familiar's
Sparkle,
going into combat
yeah.
today. Okay. I see how it is.
And use the help action for Drug Dug on his turn.
Solid. Remind
Yes.
me, I know that Sparkle, of course, is that fey cat with wings, but mechanically, what form is Sparkle taking as a familiar right now? An owl?
An owl.
You got it.
Yeah.
With the flyby? Absolutely.
With the
Celeste,
flyby.
anything else on your turn?
And that will be everything. I'll just sort of like turn around to Valarum, who's like, "Don't worry, it's back on the ground."
Well said, Celeste. Taking that moment to appreciate the safety between yourself and your prey. That's going to bring us back to Drug Dug. Drug Dug, as the creature circles above you, the twin heads searching both its own mind, the prophecies of older gods, and the room itself. It is very difficult to hide in here. It is very difficult to hide from such a creature. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Isn't it on the ground now because the tidal wave?
Right, my bad. Let me take the fucking, let me take the height token off of it.
Well then, while it's over here on the ground, I will move. Actually, I gotta move up to it. I have the 20. Yeah. I'll get up to it to make the. Am I just bugging here? 10.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. There we go. Look. 10, 20. I'm gonna come up to it, use Booming Blade,
Absolutely.
and then I should have advantage because it is prone, and I guess the help action is there as well. But
Yes. The help action, let me double check. I'm pretty sure when you take the help action against a creature, it's taken against the creature. You can aid a friendly creature in attacking, so you know it did aid Drug Dug. 25
I
absolutely
rolled-
hits here.
yeah, I accidentally rolled that one. But
I don't
you know.
care. Drug Dug, actually, as reflexively, the fear surging through you.
Mhm.
You reach for destiny. The pistol at your side, your faithful friend. You've been out of bullets for days now. You know that, yet your intuition guides you. As you draw the weapon, as you point it toward Amphisbaena, you see the blood dripping from the creature's body. For the first time, a droplet touches the floor. And as it does so, the world around you begins to shift. Give me just a second here. Looking something up. Yes, around you, the world begins to shift. I need everybody to re-roll initiative.
Huh.
Aww.
Select your tokens and re-roll initiative.
Before, does that make the attack before it goes through?
No, the attack lands.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well then, 19 plus 6. 25.
Yeah, go ahead. Your token here. Yep, looking like it's targeted. Make sure to target your tokens before rolling. Let's see. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Who are Morik, Feline, Celeste, Drug Dug? I need Valorum.
He's underneath me.
Valorum?
Yeah, Valorum has a 10 initiative.
I didn't see him re-roll here though.
Oh, I'm dumb. I'm really dumb.
Justin?
He might have stepped away for just one moment. Let me go ahead and re-roll for him. He's got a plus 2 and he's got a plus 2 initiative.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Rocking Stone, baby. All right,
He
Valorum
ends
here
back on a
actually.
10.
Yeah, he's actually back in here at the 10. He knows more than we do, apparently. Drug Dug. The world around you shifts for a moment. Amphisbaena is going to choose whether or not to re-roll her initiative. With a 7, she's going to elect to keep the same initiative that she had with a 10 here. Drug Dug. The moment that the first droplet of blood began to sink into the ground as the creature's falling form slammed into it, reflexively, with a Gnostic thought, you reached for your pistol. As the first drop of blood descends into the floor, you can see it radiating outwards like a droplet of water in a still pool. Time itself, turning backwards as the tattered sails of the solar barge before you grow into cloth, as the crumbled floor around you begins to ascend, reaching into the skies, the chamber rebuilding itself. The corpses of the baboons briefly howling with life and then blinking out of existence as they are unborn. You, yourself, the dragon before you, they are untouched, thanks to the ferocity of your own ambitions, yet the world around you has changed. Every bullet in your bandolier is back. Every consumable item in your inventory has returned, as you have been cast backwards through time. Destiny is drawn, the bullet barrels forth, and you see it catch the creature in the green neck as it roars.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. What happened to initiative? What?
What's the last thing you heard, Justin?
Bad time to come back.
He was getting, he pulled, Drug Dog accidentally rolled Destiny, and you're like, no, I don't give a fuck. And then you said something to do with the blood dripping on the ground, then I disappeared.
So, the moment that the creature, already bloodied by Feline, already bloodied by the rest of the party, it took to the air. The moment that it slammed into the floor, one of those bloodied necks connected with the stone. The moment that the creature's blood interceded with the temple, time began to turn backwards, flowing outwards like the ripple of a raindrop. Drug Dug's bullets leap back into his bandolier. Your healing potions, your potion of storm giant strength, everything that you have consumed within this place is renewed.
All like consumables?
Every single consumable, every item that you have expended,
Oh,
every
nice.
piece of armor that you have damaged. I cannot count them for you, yet I hope that you know what you have used yourselves. For it is once again at your
That made
disposal.
my key.
Your key points? Feline, you yourself are the only thing that is unchanged here. You and the dragon. Or your party, rather, and the dragon. Your key points are intact.
I mean, do they restore?
They do not restore. They are intact.
Okay, I was just making sure if I should refresh key points or
very
not.
good
So
question.
I'm just making sure.
Drug
Do I
Dog.
have to read the
Does the
initiative?
arm grow back?
The arm is not grow back. No. Your individual forms travel through time along with this dragon. Or rather, time
Well,
shifts
then-
around you. Who can say? Does the water move beneath the boat, or does the boat move on top of the water? I'll leave that to you. Drug Dug. Your pistol back within your hand. You can feel destiny burning in your palm. Anything else on your turn?
Okay, so I made the attack with the gun instead, correct?
You did. Reflexively, you reached for the gun. The bullet fired forth to your great surprise.
Here. We roll Destiny instead because I rolled the short sword with the booming blade.
Let's see, that was originally
But-
19. 22 points this time. Give me just a sec. Taken. A bloody welt upon the creature's neck. Drug Dug. What next?
Trying to look. It's a melee attack. Okay, so. Alright, I'll just use my bonus action to disengage to move back.
You don't have to, you're a swashbuckler.
So with melee attacks only.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was originally what I was gonna do. I was gonna walk up booming blade, then walk back. But
Wait, I'm still a little confused about the initiative. Are we all re-rolling initiative?
Everyone re-rolled
Yeah, we all
initiative.
did.
I actually re-rolled for you, Valorum. You ended up on your same initiative.
Perfect.
Yes. Drug Dug. Anything else?
that is everything.
A solid turn. Sorry, was there a bonus action there?
Yeah, I disengaged to move back.
Very good. That's going to bring us to Valorum. Valorum, for a brief moment, reality shifts like the constellations in the sky before you. What do you
Nice. Okay. Perfect. Valorum is going to uses object interaction to open this door. And I'll say, okay, owls, how did you... Oh. Gone already. Perfect. And then him saying that will say, well, I guess that was just to waste the acid breath. Alright. Valorum looks over at a couple stones, and he'll move his hands together as more constellations come out, stars, and then make a constellation around the stones, and I'm going to cast 4th level slot, Conjure Woodland Beings, and I'm going to cast 1 Fey creature at 2nd level, and it's going to be a gargoyle.
A gargoyle? That is an elemental, isn't it?
Yes.
Give me 1 sec.
So wait, that worked? Know that.
I feel like your mind may be at work here, as you can see the acid and the poison being breathed forth by the creature in front of you. Reflexively, you reach for some creature with resistance, nay, immunity. Very well done there, Valorum. Go ahead and take inspiration.
Double inspiration.
Hey, you know what I say to every adventurer in the world? Smoke 'em while you got 'em, because you don't got 'em for long.
Oh, perfect. And he gets to go this round.
Oh,
Love
actually,
that.
he's a Conjure Woodland Being. He goes right after you, huh?
Is that you summon a Fey?
Yep, he acts after you in initiative immediately after.
Oh, nice.
Which
Okay.
is interesting,
And
meaning he
then-
interrupts legendary actions.
Sorry, he does what?
He goes before a legendary action at the end of your turn.
Oh, okay. Alarm's also gonna use take 1 more shot with his bonus action, Starry form. Ooh, let's go.
22 absolutely hits here. The thought of the called shot having been abandoned, Valorum, you seek any target upon the creature's body, and you strike. Directly in the breast, where the heart beats between the 2 scale colors. You see the radiance begin to glow outwards here. The next attack against it has advantage.
Ooh, nice. And then Valorum's going to move behind, or could Valorum more or less, if a breath attack comes into this door, could Valorum somehow position himself in a way where it wouldn't hit Celeste, but would hit all of it would hit Valorum instead?
All of it would hit Valorum instead.
Because, like, you know, it goes around corners. Like, breath can go around corners. If it can go around a corner, would Valorum almost be able to block Celeste
So
as best it
know...
can?
Oh, give me a nature check. Let's see what you know about green and black dragons.
Nature. Oh.
19. So you actually know a fair bit here, fortunately. The poison, the acid that this creature can produce. You could very potentially protect someone from that by interceding yourself in a line. Yet the conical breath of poison gas, that will flow around corners much like a fireball will, and there is little that you could do to save another person from that. Yet, you see Celeste's amulet upon her neck. She has resistance against that breath attack.
Alright, well, everybody has resistance because protection from poison if it's a poison breath
Okay,
attack.
no, I forgot about that, actually, but yeah, well said.
Alright, yeah, perfect. Valorum will just look at Celeste and say, we should, or you should cover your mouth. I'm sure you know what's coming. And that's gonna be Valorum.
Valorum.
Yes.
Very nicely done. Interrupting the creature's legendary action here, which I had planned, I'll let you know, but that brings us to the gargoyle's turn as it acts immediately after you.
Gargoyle is basically, he's going to stay on this thing. He's going to swipe, or bite, and swipe with the claws. And let's say that he's going for the dragon's head. Is it almost like a hydra where it's like splitting off from like the middle?
Splitting from the middle, yes. You can
All
see,
right.
not quite right at the middle though. From what you can see, there's a justification to the left side where there's more green than black. In fact, it looks as though the creature, with your passive insight, is split along the heart.
Whichever he wants to, the gargoyle's going to try to sever a head, thinking that this is going to be somewhat like a hydra, is what I'm thinking
Sever
at
a
least. So,
head. That's a hell of a called shot, my guys.
I'm not looking for a cold shot. No. But like, I'm gonna start damaging like the black dragon's head
Got it.
because the biggest, the black dragon's breath is the thing that can hit this thing hard.
So I'll just let you know. This creature is defending itself as best it can. The green head defending the black neck defending the green. Unless you're going for a called shot, targeting one head or another is not going to have any additional mechanical effect.
That's fair. I think this is. Do you guys want to try a cold shot, or what does cold shot do? Is it just like we damage one part of?
So the way a called shot works is you tell me what you're trying to do. You say, I want to sever the head. I'll say, okay, you need a damage threshold of X to sever the head. If you don't achieve the damage threshold, none of the damage counts. If you do achieve the damage threshold, you achieve the goal and the damage.
That's fair. No, I don't think I'm gonna do a cold shot. I feel like we need to really start dealing damage to this thing hard. So, all right, I'm gonna bite and claw.
Absolutely.
So one bite,
21 hits.
And one claw.
12 misses. The bite sinking into the neck as the gargoyle is shaken off, slamming into the wall.
How do you roll that?
7 points of piercing damage here. A little bit of blood beginning to leak out from the creature's spine. Anything else?
Would it be? No, advantage is already on there because it's prone. That's the gargoyle. The gargoyle is going to stay on this thing.
Absolutely. Amphisbaena here, having been knocked to the ground, you hear both necks begin to speak. Those who fall shall rise. Those who rise shall be cast down. As once again, their wing attack here takes place. I need a DC 17 dexterity save from the gargoyle, and I believe the familiar here.
Oof.
Ooh, 17 exactly.
17 passing. The gargoyle's own wings cutting through the vortex like a knife.
A dex save?
Actually, I'm sorry. The familiar is 30 feet in the air. There is no dex save. Or is it? When did it take the help action for Drug Dog? At the end of your turn.
Left.
So it would be on the ground to begin with. Yes, I need the familiar to make a save here.
Oof.
With a 6, you see the feathers, the feathers stripped from Sparkle's wings here, as she gives up one of her 9 lives.
Damn.
Please, you did well for one round.
Amphisbaena once again 30 feet in the air here, having taken off. That brings us to their turn. First and foremost, the black neck attempting to inhale. It does not recharge its breath weapon. Amphisbaena gazes at the enemies before her. First and foremost, seeing the gargoyle, she will make a history check here. With a 13, she can see the stone construction of the elemental in front of you. She can also feel the draconic nature of Feline burning before her. Seeing also the dwarven heritage of Morik, none of it matters. A dragon's breath is its pride, and she spills it down toward you each. Feline and Morik, I need a constitution save. You have advantage thanks to protection from poison.
Y'all shall have resistance.
Chico seems to be gone.
Yeah, I think Chuko dropped.
Huh?
Probably DC'd there.
Yeah.
How long have they been gone?
I think it just
literally
happened.
just saw it happen. Let me see. She is offline on Discord, so I'm gonna assume that's a disconnect. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roll that save for her here. If y'all are cool with that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Go
with
ahead.
advantage. A natural 20 here as the diamond soul of the monk in front of you will not fall to this miasma, not on this day or any of the ones that have preceded it. That's going to be 11 points of damage here to Feline. And Morik, that's a 13, right? No, 20. That's 11 points of damage to you as well. Damage taken. That brings us to the end of Amphisbaena's turn. Not quite. As using her fly speed, you see a surge of wings circling within the area before you as she presses herself into the back of the chamber, gazing at your party with those twin heads. That's going to bring us back to the top of the round. Let's take a 5-minute break. That'll give Chuko potentially an opportunity to reconnect, and it'll give me an opportunity to go pour more wine. If you guys would like to discuss what you'd like to do with Chuko's turn in the event that she doesn't reconnect, you're more than welcome to do so. I will be right back.
Okay. I shoot until I can't shoot. I mean, I think melee is actually more ideal because I get the booming blade extra damage.
Whenever I
Hmm.
do.
Skinny,
gonna do that
you
originally.
can get another tidal wave off. That way it gets prone, so Mora can literally just run up to it and smack it.
Yeah, I can do tidal wave or I can do a lightning bolt too. I mean, I guess either one can like proc a legendary resistance because it hasn't used one since its first one went off.
My
Honestly?
gargoyle has a fly speed of 60, so it can it's flying back up to it.
I'm only 25 movement speed. I gotta back into this corner. I'm gonna be dead sooner than later. Like I'm halfway dead now.
I think we start
I
pumping
can't.
damage into it.
Y'all gotta pump damage, and I'm just gonna run. Like it doesn't make sense for me to stand here and just get my ass beat until it's down in a way that I can get to it. I'm running circles because I can't do shit. Okay.
I mean, if I can get it knocked down with a tidal wave, you can hit it, but then you're kind of stuck down there with it.
Well, I can try to. The only thing I can try to do is grapple it, keep it on the ground. Like
Yeah.
that's the move for me here.
Do you
And
want
then
to try that?
That's up to you. I'm down with that plan because I go after you. But before him this time. But if it doesn't work, like if the tidal wave doesn't hit, I gotta bounce. I'm just the target.
Yeah.
Remember too, you don't gotta dash away. You can use action to firebolt it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I'll try to cast, but I gotta get as far away as I can because with me
No, just-
enlarged, they can see me anywhere in the room.
All good. I can come heal you too.
I can try and knock it down. Like, best case scenario, he takes a hit and then falls, and then they hit the ground and take another chunk of damage from that and fall prone. Worst case is he'll use a waste of legendary action to stop it themselves from falling, which then we're just losing another one. And as long as we can chip away at those, or at least if you let me chip away, I can eventually Earthbind and cause them just to not be able to get up from the ground after that.
I am
I mean, it
absolutely
has 5
with
more
it.
legendary resistances, so
Yeah, it has 5 more. I have tidal wave. I can do a 6 charged lightning bolt to force one because they will not want to take the full damage from that blow.
I think this might be like a weird take here. I think just doing a single like 3rd level, like 1 charge
I'm back.
lightning bolts.
I'm not seeing any Feline yet. You guys can toss ready signals in the chat if and when you are ready to continue without her. And we will continue.
Are you just gonna run Feline, or do you want somebody else to run Feline?
Alrighty, 2 seconds here.
Yeah, if you could get tidal wave Celeste, that way Mora could run up and possibly even just grapple this dragon.
Yeah, and then I guess you get a turn beforehand, so you can go in and top him up health-wise, make sure he can stay grappled.
Yes, I will.
As we continue, Feline rising from the ground in front of her, her eyes still fixed upon the 2-headed dragon before her. Have we come to a conclusion about what she's doing with her turn, or would someone like to take responsibility for this PC?
I could take responsibility if necessary.
Does she have any ranged weapons?
Hold up. My
Like
headphones
darts,
were
I
turned
guess.
all the way down. What's she doing?
I was just curious if she had any ranged weapons. Like darts.
She should certainly be in the possession of darts.
She has nunchucks, apparently.
I don't see them on her sheet, but that's ridiculous. She's a level 7 monk. I'm going to say she has 20 darts in her inventory.
Well,
Yeah, let's do it like this then. She has a running speed of what? 45. Damn.
Speed of 45. Yeah, she has a climb speed that's equivalent to that as well.
And then how far of a darts? Darts are how far?
Darts are a 20-60 range, if I recall correctly.
Okay, so either way we're getting disadvantaged because it's in the air.
20-60, yep.
So yeah, she'll just throw darts from here then.
Her dart attack is directly beneath her dragon claw. Whoever wishes to roll that certainly may.
How many darts can she still throw? 2?
She can throw 2 darts, yes.
Alright, 1 and 2.
Very
Those
good.
both be at disadvantage anyway, so
2 16s here. Or, sorry, a 16 and the 14. The flapping of the dragon's wings before you, creating enough impetus to drive the darts away from their target. That's her action. Do we have a bonus action? I'll remind you of Flurry of Blows, Step of Wind, the dog
she's
Patient Defense.
she's going to move right here, and she's going to patient defense using a key point.
You got it. Knowing what I know about Feline and knowing what I know about the way that Chuko plays, I will say that with that expenditure of the key point, I think that you can all see a fixated glare within her eye. Her ki preparing itself for some opportunity to lay this creature low. That's going to bring us to the end of Feline's turn. Amphisbaena, having recharged their legendary actions, is going to consider the possibilities before her. None that she wishes to take at this time. However, I will retroactively take her lair action here at the end of Feline's turn. As the room around you ceases to take its rubbled visage, you can see plant life, you can see flowing fountains, you can see glowing golden altars within this room. And as this happens, additionally, you can see within the lair itself a thicket of vines begin to animate a tangled wall of brush erupting here, 60 feet high, 10 feet long, 5 feet in width, very similar to a wall of ice, which I will use that token. As the wall of brush here erupts, it is going to attempt to cut through Morik here and attempt to push him to the south. Go ahead and give me a dexterity save. DC 15. A 14 is just not a save here. Any reactions?
Nope, I got nothing.
And I don't think Valorum's in range. Morik, you take...
No, I'm not in range.
Morik, you take 20 points of piercing damage as this tangled wall of briar cuts through you, biting into your skin. You have the option. Do you wish to be pushed to the north or to the south?
To the south.
Very good. As you are plunged into this space, pushing through the wall of thorns in the direction of the creature. That's going to bring us to the end of Feline's turn, the end of the lair action, and that's going to bring us to Celeste. You can see that the wall of thorns in front of you cuts off your sight line from the dragon, 30 foot tall. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The wall here is 10 feet high. You can still see the creature hovering above it.
Okay, so we just can't get over there, but we can see the creature.
Correct.
Okay, that's all I need. I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Ooh, where am I going? 5, 10, 30 to here, and I can see him from my point of view. Flying up in the sky, I'm going to do another tidal wave.
Another tidal wave, a second surge of starry force against the creature. Another dexterity save. Let's see. An 18.
Oh,
Oh,
This time, as the portal to realm space opens next to the creature, one of the heads scents the burning smell of ozone produced by stars, mingling with the oxygen, and reflexively it twists out of the way. 11 points of bludgeoning damage here taken, yet she does not fall prone.
I will bonus action Starry step out of the room. Boop. And that'll be my turn.
Very nicely done, Celeste, as the door in front of you, open or closed? I think open?
It's currently
open.
open because Valorum opened it, yeah.
Very good. Any object interaction, or are you leaving it open?
Oh, but I guess I would have to teleport here because I couldn't teleport there. I will close the door.
Very good. You see the alloyed silver and bronze door before you closing. The vision of the moon and the sun in the sky at the same time impressed upon you. Is that your turn, Celeste?
It was my action, bonus action, movement, and yep, that's me.
Absolutely. And that is going to bring us to Morik.
I'm going to pop the dodge action again. I can't do anything at 30 feet, so I will heal myself. I will use the crude forging talent and use 3d6 to heal myself and end my turn.
Morik, as you call upon the forged light to close your own wounds, you see the creature before you. Its legendary actions capable of keeping it aloft even once knocked prone. The 30-foot height of the ceiling around you, even with your enlarged form here, the creature seemingly out of your reach. Yet, isn't that how life has always been as a blacksmith? When you lack a tool, you create one. Morik, anything else on your turn?
That is it.
That's going to bring us to Drug. Drug, you can see the creature's form in front of you. From the angle that you are currently shooting at it from, you would be dealing with 3/4 cover.
Well then.
I'm sorry, half cover, excuse me.
Guess I'm gonna try and get a little closer. I'm gonna move over to here first. Bonus action to dash. If I was to here, would I have reduced the cover because it's in the air and there's no like thing in my way other than the 10-foot wall?
Right, without the ship in front of you, which is substantially higher than 10 feet, without the 10-foot wall in front of you, I think you're all good on cover there. No cover.
Well, I just want to do well, do I have the range? Yeah. It's gonna be disadvantage regardless, but I don't really have a way of generating stick attack on this turn, but I'm gonna use the gun. Oof.
With a 10, you feel the familiar weight in your hand, yet you cannot understand how it has come to be reloaded. Drug, regardless, you fire forth, and the bullet sinks into the gold-covered wall behind the dragon.
I will then just use the rest of the dash movement to get over here on the corner, and that's it.
Absolutely. As you rush toward the corner there, taking some cover, that'll bring us to Valorum.
All right. Valorum is going to start to make his way out now. Oh, right here. This. How much cover would this thing have?
Let's see, from this position... I don't think you're working with any cover, as it is 30 feet in the air.
Okay. Morik, how are you looking health-wise?
Half health.
You can't see him.
Oh, that's fair.
He's 10 feet
Well,
tall.
isn't he enlarged?
He is. He's 10 feet tall. As a large creature, he occupies a 10 by 10. The wall is also 10 feet tall.
That's even more fair. Okay, Valorum is going to use one of his starry maps, guiding bolts.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to use that, and I'm going to use my inspiration to, take it with advantage.
Absolutely. You know the form that you produce this time. It is one you know and trust. You give yourself to it, and to 25, you see the solar barge sail into the creature's chest, erupting in flame. 14 points of radiant damage here. The next attack against the creature at advantage, as its green and gray form are illuminated in conjuncture with a single brilliant light. Anything else?
Valorum is going as a bonus action take a shot with his Starry form archer. Ooh, I don't think that hits.
18 is just going to miss here. You do have advantage. Thanks to the guiding bolt.
Oh, do I?
From the guiding bolt.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, just what I needed.
Seeing the truth once is all anyone needs. After that, it is knowledge. Go ahead and roll that damage.
8.
8 points here. Very good. You can see scales being scoured from the creature's body by the pure force of your radiance. Anything else, Valorum?
Valorum, can I use an object interaction to look at this wall? Does this wall look like it's going to disappear soon, or is it just up to stay up?
10 feet tall? Make me an Arcana check.
Okay. Roll high. Did not roll high.
With a 12, all I will say is that based upon the creature's expression, you know as a spellcaster that it is not concentrating on this ability. There is some other clause that would cause its end.
Got it. Okay. All right. Gargoyle. Valorum's gonna whistle, or if he could whistle, he'd whistle, and then tilt his head towards it, and the gargoyle's gonna keep going after it.
Very good. The gargoyle sailing over the wall here, unobstructed by its form, directly up toward Amphisbaena, its own wings keeping pace. Let's have that attack.
Alright. Bite. Claws. Fail.
11 and 8 both missing, the creature proving little more than an annoyance to the dragon before you. As it rushes up toward her, before her turn begins, she will use her final legendary action to take a tail swipe, attempting to bat the creature out of the air. With a natural 1, the gargoyle clings onto the tail with its sharp claws, going in for that rodeo. That brings us to Amphisbaena. You can see the winded form of the two heads, sleep having done a great deal to sap the ancient dragon's strength. With a 4 and a 1, neither of the breath attacks recharge in this moment. As Amphisbaena gazes at the party before her, for the first time, she surges forth with the vigor appropriate for her kind. As she roars in the air, you can all hear a mixture of draconic and common, words coming from each neck, yet the meaning the same. Show me, then, the barrier betwixt life and death, unproven by 1,000 years' sleep, will be proven by blood. As Amphisbaena uses her frightening presence here, I need everybody to make a DC 16 wisdom save.
Oh, this is fun.
Including
Wow.
Me
Wow.
including me in the hallway.
Yes, you in the hallway. Every creature within 120 feet of the dragon and
Ah.
aware of it.
Can I use my inspiration?
You certainly may.
Where is Feline?
I needed it.
2 18s are a pass.
Hold on, I gotta get Feline's sheet up. Alright, Feline, you got a +3. You got this.
With a 23,
Oh,
she
that's for
certainly
Feline.
does. Absolutely. Feline's own draconic nature coming into play here. It looks like Morik and Valorum and the gargoyle here are frightened. Repeat that save at the end of each of your turns. I'm going to go ahead and mark you. That's Amphisbaena's frightening presence. The moment that the roar ends, she gazes upon the threats before her. Morik is concentrating upon a spell. Amphisbaena soars down, counting 10, no, only 5 feet with her 15-foot occupancy. Soaring down 5 feet, as you see the rest of the attacks lash out toward your blacksmith. The claws reach you for first, one of green, one of black, the colors intermingling in the air, yet you repel them both, sheltered beneath your steel. The jaws emerge. Once, twice, a 19 and a 20 to hit.
The 20 hits.
The 20 hits here. As second attack here, that's the black head. 19 points of piercing, 11 points of acid. As the black head manages to sink itself into the pauldron that it had previously scoured with its own breath. You can see the creature has a canny offense to it. With that, Amphisbaena, 15 feet tall, absolutely is going to use the remainder of her movement. It's going to provoke 2 opportunity attacks from the gargoyle and from Morik.
15 feet wouldn't provoke one for me, would it?
Sure would. Yeah, no, she's going to move more than 5 feet from you, so she's going to provoke an op attack.
Could I grapple as the attack?
You cannot grapple as an opportunity attack, unfortunately. That's rules as written.
Missed.
Missed.
A single weapon attack, 16 misses and 9 misses.
Oh,
Amphisbaena briefly drawing her limbs into the side like a fighter jet surging between 2 skyscrapers. She squeezes past the 10-foot-high barrier here with no difficulties, pressing herself against the door. That's going to bring us to Feline.
Question, because I've never actually done this. Heard Breath of the Dragon. Is that a key point you can channel?
I believe it is. Let me double check. Ascendant Dragon. It's level 3 ability. One sec. When you take the attack action, you can replace one of the attacks with an exhalation of Draconic Energy. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. While you have no uses available, you can spend 2 ki to use it again. So she should have 3 uses for free.
Alright, so she's gonna try using one of the breath, like a fire on these vines to see if this does anything.
Fire upon the vines here. If you wish to do this, I'm going to give you a damage threshold of 10 in order to burn a hole in it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's actually let's punch this first, because I can choose whether her dragon claws are fire damage, right?
You certainly can.
All right, I'm gonna try punching this. So
very good. I'm gonna need if you want to rip through the thorns here, I'm gonna need a con save on successful attacks. 23 is a success.
14.
14 is not quite a save. 3 points of piercing damage as she tears through the thorns.
Fun. Okay. Damage 4.
4 points. You can see that the thorns are attempting to regrow just as quickly as they are severed. Yet you sense that it's possible.
Will we place one of her attacks with a breath attack instead?
Using the proficiency. Yep, 6 points here. There's no dex save possible from the wall in front of you. As she tears a small hole in it, taking a deep breath, exhaling pure fire into the form of the thorny wall, she creates a passage large enough for herself to step through. I'm going to go ahead and mark that on the map.
Do the vines look like they're regrowing, like patching it up?
They do not. Not quickly enough to deal with, not quickly enough to patch it up in this combat.
Okay, then she's gonna stand over here and take cover, and that's gonna be her turn.
Very good turn from Feline. That's gonna bring us to Celeste.
I have questions. Firstly, to remind myself of the frightened effect, creatures that are frightened cannot move towards the target they are frightened of, but they can still attack the target if they're within range.
Yes,
correct?
at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Second question. I know I can't see Mark, but if I held an action to cast something on him when I see him, and told Mark to basically prepare himself to like attack and jump so I can see him, would that ready action go off on him? Would that all be like able to do that?
Should be kosher. I'll let you know that if you want to give a visual trigger that specific, you are going to lose the spell if it doesn't come to pass.
Yes.
You got it. What would you like to do?
Okay. I'm coming in. I'm gonna go. Here. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to here. Bonus action, move my manifest find. Up to here. Just have a little bit better vision. And I'm going to just call out to Mark saying, I know you're frightened, but when you can, jump and just get ready to take on that dragon. And I'm going to ready action a vortex warp when I see Mark
Oh shit.
jump over the vines.
I'm like, what the fuck is she readying? Oh, okay. Celeste, anything else on
I
your
am
turn?
hurling a dwarf at a dragon. That will be my turn.
Time already is shifting and churning in front of you. What's a little bit of space into the bargain? Who cares? Magic is meant to be played with. Celeste, is that your turn?
Yes.
Absolutely well played. Morik, you're up. You've heard Celeste's call. You can feel your own ambitions burning in your heart. There is a solution here. You have to find it. What is it?
I will. Can I? Is it possible to like? What is it? A bonus action to jump, or is that movement?
Movement. It's part of your movement. So high jump is equal to 3 plus half of your strength modifier plus your height times 1.5. Which basically means for you, you've got a jump height to grab and hang of about 9 feet, 10 feet, we'll call it.
Yep. I will
need to
jump.
see you.
I will commit to Celeste's plan and jump in the air to be vortex.
Morik, as you leap into the air, being off the ground is always an uncertain prospect for a dwarf. Yet, you trust the party members that you travel with, and as you feel the universe begin to churn around you, do you accept the spell?
Yes, I do.
Celeste, what happens?
Celeste has already got the spell prepared, and as soon as she sees Morik jump, she just turns to the dragon and just goes, "This is for killing my cat!" And I just vortex warp Morik right onto the dragon so he can, like, go at it in the air.
Very good. Morik shifting through the void. You trust wherever you will land. As you appear before the dragon in front of you, you have your action, you have your bonus action, everything is available to you. You can see the creature in front of you. What do you do?
I am going to attempt to grab it around the necks and pin it to the ground.
Claim the beast. Roll with advantage an athletics check, your enlarged form possessing strength unknown to you. With a 28. Try as she might. With a +6 on her strength score, Amphisbaena's form is withered by sleep. And even with the advantage given to her by her dual form, it is not enough. Morik, you bring her to the ground with the same intensity and determination as a hammer blow upon an anvil. You fall upon the creature. She's gonna make a DC 15 dex save, according to the falling on creature rules. A 7 is a failure. Go ahead and roll me 3d6. You take 5 points of damage, Morik. Amphisbaena takes 11 as you slam into her, and immediately she is prone. That's your first attack.
Let's go.
I have some terrible news.
You do not go down.
That's it. I'm down.
You're done?
Yep. I
You
only have
haven't-
2 hit points. I've been nailed and nailed and nailed. I had 2 hit points. The last time
you're
in 19 plus
unconscious.
11.
Okay.
I'm unconscious, yeah.
Very good. In that case, everyone sees Morik's form descending upon the dragon like a falling star. The impact of the enlarged creature taken as you see a dent in the dragon's rib cage, an exhalation of breath, yet Morik unconscious from the effort here. Mark you with the X. That's Morik's turn. Drug Dug. It's closer than you would have liked.
Yeah, as a I'm kind of reeling from that. What I'm gonna do, because I was actually looking at this. Booming blade is in fact you have to be within 5 feet. I learned that out. So I step forward to then booming blade with the short sword. Oof.
An 18 deflected off of the scale. The toughness of time will not be overcome.
No, I don't want to use anything to help.
Well then in that case, I have a question. How much movement will it take to get up into the barge?
The barge is 25 feet tall.
Well, shit.
At
Oh,
its height, I should say. Sorry, to get up into the barge. Thinking. 10 feet tall. The masts need to be higher than the ship. And if there are any fucking, like, nautical nerds in the chat, I don't give a shit how tall masts should be. This is ancient.
don't care, didn't ask. True. So no, I wouldn't have enough to get up in there unless I dash. Which, you know what? Taking my free disengage because I'm a swashbuckler, I think I will. I'm gonna try and scramble up in here to trying to get cover from the creature.
Very good. Throwing yourself into the ship here. Gold coins singing about you, yet they are fresher, brighter. You can see the faces upon them possessing almost life in the same way that a reigning king would look you in the eye.
Alrighty. Now, as I'm in here, right, could I go prone to maybe get cover?
You absolutely can. As you go prone here, sinking yourself within the gold coins before you, they spill about you. Drug Dug, you know this is your fate. This is your life, or this is your grave. And either one is okay to a pirate like you.
Die to getting fucked by a dragon in a boat full of gold, sure.
It's what we all dream of, let's be honest. Drug Dug, anything else on your turn?
That is everything.
Very good. Yeah, that's going to bring us to a legendary action from the creature. Amphisbaena before you, buffeting the wings, once again zipping back and forth around the room as she defies expectation. I need the dexterity save from Drug Dug and a failed dexterity save from Morik, unconscious here.
Was that 2 death saves?
1. It is not a melee attack, it's a save. If it was a melee attack, it would be considered a crit within 5 feet. As the wing action, as the vortex twists Morik's neck at an unnatural angle, he immediately fails 1 dex save. Drug Dug, a 14's a failure there, yeah?
Seems so.
You are pressed down by the weight of the wings. 13 points of bludgeoning damage here. You are cast down into the gold that you wish to claim, and it restrains you until you can shift its weight from you. Shifting its weight will require a movement action. Anything else on your turn?
That's your legendary action. My turn is.
Correct, forgive me. Blind, suffocating. You can feel your own ambitions crushing you to death in this moment. Valorum.
The importantness
How high can this rise? Put square. Question, you said there's plants all around this area, right?
You can see, yes, there are many flowering vines that dance along the walls of this now golden chamber. Oh fuck, I just said that to a druid. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Valarm's gonna hold out his hand, and with a level 1 spell slot, he's gonna cast Entangle.
With a 15, you're gonna cast Entangle here. The vines shooting out from the walls. A strength save from the dragon, yes?
Yes.
Very good. The form, withered by sleep, attempts to surge against the spell with a 13. Absolutely, she has to. Another legendary resistance used as you see a little of the creature's innate might work against the spell here, unwilling to be drawn to the ground.
Perfect, that is fine. Valorum, as a bonus action, is going to take a shot at it with his Starry Archer form at disadvantage because... Oh, that's fine, rolled the same.
22 hits absolutely, unerringly. The starlight surging forth, 7 points of radiant damage here. Anything else?
Then Valorum, No, Valorum wants to stay where he is. I'm okay with staying where I am right now. That will be my turn. I get to roll my save at the end of my turn too. Yeah, I am no longer frightened.
Valorum, good turn. That's going to bring us to our gargoyle.
Okay, so I have a question about the gargoyle.
Yeah.
The gargoyle is frightened, so it can't go near it. And on the gargoyle sheet, there's only a claw and bite, but there's rubble everywhere. Would the gargoyle be able to fly down, grab like a rock, and whip the rock at it?
Very well said. I'll absolutely allow it as an improvised weapon attack, which has a 20-60 range. The creature's frightened already. Go ahead and throw 2 pieces of rubble. Make me 2 strength checks.
2 strengths, okay. Oh. Oh!
6 and a 16 are going to miss. The gargoyle picking up stones and throwing rubble toward the dragon. Despite being a conjured elemental, it still has that sense of mortality within it, and everyone feels the same before a dragon.
And then for the save, 9. It is still frightened.
Indeed. Morik, I still need that save from you real quick at the end of your turn, and I think the same from... Who else was frightened?
It was me, my gargoyle, and Morik.
Give me yours in that case.
I already did. It was a 25.
Forgive me. Yeah, 25 absolutely saving, and whenever Morik makes that save, we will take it. That's the gargoyle's turn?
Yep.
Very good. 9 still frightened. The creature attempting to catch its breath, the twin heads inhaling and exhaling in simultaneity. Yet, it does not recharge. The poison within this place, its own birthright. As it fails to catch its breath, Amphisbaena before you. Give me a second. Yes. Amphisbaena, upon her turn, is going to ready an action. You can see the claws, the head, every part of the creature's body, ready to twitch in aggression as it moves up and over Drug Dug here. Using an object interaction, with a long claw to carve a furrow in the gold, revealing the back of the bugbear's head. Landing upon the prow of the ship, readying a multi-attack. Feline.
Well, Feline didn't see any of this, so
Not the ship, again, we got a 20 feet, 10 feet with the masts. I think she can see the creature perching upon the ship above the 10-foot wall.
And what, is she like grappling Drug Dug, or just like readying an action just to swing at him if anybody gets near her?
One more time?
Is she like grappling Drug Dug, or like...
She's not grappling. Drug Dug is restrained by the pile of gold that he was buffeted under by the wing attack. She has carved a small furrow within that in order to be able to see Drug Dug.
That is fair. Does Feline take it and try to stun it? I think Feline would try to like move up to the dragon. Then, would Feline be able to unrestrain Drug Dug?
Unrestrained Drug Dug. She could make a grapple attempt versus the DC of the restraint here, which is 16.
Alright, and grapple is athletics, correct?
Yep.
Alright. She will do her best. 17!
17's absolutely enough here. Feline clawing her way up the side of the ship, hearing Drug Dug's muffled cries, reaching in with the claw and drawing the bugbear back out by his dreadlocks. He breathes again, he fights again. Still prone, no longer restrained.
Could Feline... Because if she hasn't grappled now... could Feline throw Drug Dug off?
Feline throw him off the side with her... Yeah, she's got him grappled, and with her movement, she sure could. I'll remind you, it's a 20-foot tall ship.
Drug Dug, how are you doing on health?
I mean, I'll be fine if I fall.
Perfect, she gets thrown off.
Now roll 12. Just to say F you.
And then... was that my entire action?
That's one attack. That's the grapple, and that's the movement.
We're going to... Because if Drug Dug falls off 20 feet, I highly doubt.
Drug Dug, DC 21 acrobatics check real quick. $14 points, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, you are prone.
Whew. A lot of damage. And then let me just look at Feline's. Feline's going to then use a Step of the Wind to then... I could attack it, but it's got its ready in action. So yeah, Feline's going to... Yes, Step of the Wind, which I believe Step of the Wind makes disengaging a bonus action. Oh, I can't get him up yet. Damn it. She's going to move over here, and that's going to be her turn.
Absolutely. Feline moving up here. One sec. Amphisbaena is going to take an opportunity attack here.
She can't Step of the Wind.
Disengage, forgive me. Very good. Fantastic turn from Feline. Well, fuckers. I think she's still gonna do it. She readied her action, and she's gonna use it. At the end of Feline's turn, Amphisbaena is going to use a legendary action. 5, 10. Let's see. 15 feet up, yeah, 20 feet up, just enough. She's going to use a legendary action here to cast a spell for the first time.
Oh, that's fun.
Both
The spell?
a spell. You wish to do
Counterspell.
something, Celeste?
I'm going to counterspell.
Very good. Give me. Sorry. First off, at what level?
Oh.
Like I haven't already given my hand away. What level?
See, you've given your hand away to everyone else apart from me because I don't know what a dragon can do.
Good
So I
shit.
don't know. If I don't know if to be safe and just go for the 4, or to risk it and go for. What is if I just go for the 3rd again? Do I have to like roll a check?
If you want to go for what? Sorry.
If I just go for like a 3rd, like if I go for a 3rd level counter spell and it's a higher level, do I then need to check? Like
You
make
do,
some sort
yes.
of check to get it?
The way it works with a counterspell is if you're trying to counterspell a spell higher than 3rd level, you need to make a spellcasting modifier check, which for you is an intelligence check, DC of the spell's level plus 10, plus any magical modifiers the DM lays on there.
Okay. Oh. You know, I'm going to be safe for the first one. I'm going to counterspell at 4th level.
With the 4th level here, Celeste, your intuition is correct. For a brief moment, you see the acid and the poison within the air before you descend into a blade into the back of Drug Dug's spine. With a surge of starlight, you smash the blade from the air as the Elemental Bane spell is not cast. Amphisbaena roars in fury and continues her assault regardless. Drug Dug, you are prone, which means you have disadvantage on any attacks that are not within 5 feet of you. In addition to that, you have half cover thanks to the height of the ship and the differential here. That's going to be only 2 attacks coming out toward you. 2 bite attacks as the poison and the acid head both surge toward you. That's a couple of 22s, my man.
I think the number here. I'm unconscious. I'm unconscious from the first one.
Definitely, even with an uncanny dodge.
Yeah, because the first one put me to 19, and then the second one's another. Yeah, I'd still be unconscious. The second one alone would put me on. 100.
But it's the second one that puts you unconscious with the uncanny dodge.
No, the first one would.
You also have, remember, you have resistance to poison too.
You do.
So,
if that makes a difference.
Fuck. Okay, so the first one would be 8, and then
plus 1,
fuck, I'm
so
doing
9 damage from the first.
9. I'm gonna just fucking do this because I'm terrible at math. And then the second one will be 21.
Don't worry about the second one. Are you unconscious from the first?
No.
You're not. How much you got left?
19. So I should go down.
Yes, you're unconscious on the second as the acid damage here. It's not poison on the second attack. It's always acid. Sorry, I didn't code this. I did not code this stat block correctly. Is going to be 21 points plus 4 acid on the second. Drug Dug falling unconscious here. In a dragon fight. Go on.
Jin, isn't Drug Dug 20 feet down?
Yeah, the creature is 15 feet large, though.
Oh, shit. Okay, no, fair. Fair.
It occupies a 15 by 15, including vertically. But yeah, good question there. That's going to bring us to the end of Amphisbaena's turn. Back to the top of the round here with another lair action.
Wait, wouldn't it be Celeste's turn?
Yes, with Balene's turn, then he used his reaction, and
I
now
fucked this
it's
up.
my
No,
turn.
I missed the lair action. So that will be Celeste's turn.
Alright.
Okay. That changes things. Just a dumb question. I don't know if I'm going to do this, but tidal wave. It doesn't say it in the spell, but if I was to cast it, say on like the boat as well as the dragon, could I essentially like crash the boat into the dragon?
What kind of DM would I be if I said no to that question? What the fuck? That's awesome! Celeste, I need some narration from you here. The narration is going to change the effectiveness of this action, right? Here you are, Starry Sorcerer. Here you are, gazing upon this solar barge before you. Here you are, having heard Valorum's trauma, having seen the image of his own wife plummeting into the black hole, visible within his spellcasting. You see it before you, yes. The Guardian, the ship, the vessel for the ancient gods. First and foremost, I'm going to need a history check, and I will advise, if there's ever a time for inspiration, this is it.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration. I don't know what's giving me this kind of vibe to do that, but we're doing it.
Is this going to be a spellcasting check?
Yes! 25 is the DC I had set here. Celeste, as you see the ship before you, as you see the intertwining form of the dragon, you have been studying this tomb for months. Months longer than the rest of the party. Decoding the religion of those who went before you. Can you tell me, as a player, as a character, can you remember what you've learned within this place? What is the relationship of mythology to the gods? Which came first?
From what study seems to represent in this temple of all things is that there's a chance that the gods didn't come first.
You remember the tyrant flame upon the crown. You remember the tyrant flame upon Drugdug's blade. The stars within the sky having changed since these 2,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Tell me. Tell me. What do you see before you as you cast this spell?
Oh.
It all mixes in your mind. The solar barge. The vessel of long-dead kings. The two-headed dragons speaking of life and death. The bending of space-time in the arc of Valorum's bow. His own love sent forth into the unknown. What do you see as you cast this tidal wave? Tell me. It is poetry that empowers magic.
She sees that even the gods themselves, possibly with the distortion of time, with space, with the universe itself, could possibly change, die, have some sort of rebirth, recreation into a new god. That their one god is never a constant, and that there is a constant flow and change in the celestial bodies.
Tell me, Celeste, where does that change come from?
Oh.
Who holds the power of magic? It's closer than you think. Who is it? The same love burning inside Valorum. Who keeps it safe?
My husband?
Is that your answer?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
The story you agreed to. married. For a brief moment, you remember every ounce of that vow, every ounce of that covenant. Perfectly sufficient in itself, and yet incapable of representing what you were to each other. The universe flows forth from you here in this moment, Celeste. Not a tidal wave, but a tsunami. Lifting the ship like an arrow toward the dragon's heart, the entire room flooded with stars. As for a brief moment your magic manifests a universe of possibility, I need you to roll me 6d10 bludgeoning damage. In addition to that, I need you to roll me another 3d12 as the prow of the ship, a golden spear reformed at its helm, surges into the dragon's heart.
God. This is a 6d10. And then a 3d6.
3d12.
3d12, oh my goodness. Not bad.
What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 15.
With an 11, for a brief moment, you see the dragon, the target of this arrow, the ship lifted from the ground, the gold coins trailing behind it, and lost within the resplendence of the stars you conjure. Amphisbaena uses another legendary resistance. She roars, and the stars that you conjure go out within the night sky. She will defy her fate, and you will right it. That's going to be a total of 62 points of damage here, reduced to 31, as she resists the effects of the tsunami, the wall of stars washing over her to no avail. Yet, you can see the toxic gas leaking from her breast in the same way that it leaks from her mouth, the wounds so deep as to strike the organs. She is bloodied at this point. But the fight has not gone out of her.
Bloody means quarter health left or half?
Less than 50%.
Okay.
Celeste. Anything else?
I'm just gonna... That was really cool. Is there anything else I can do? I think I will... kind of take a few steps back.
Whether away from the dragon, or whether away from the realization of your own power, that is for you to decide. Morik, a death save, please. Your body is upon the stone here, yet that is what temples are built of. A 16 is a success. Your time in this tale is not done. Drugdug. Prone, having been snapped at by the dragon's jaws, unconscious?
Yeah.
A death save, please. A 16 as well, your spirits mingling, deciding upon the time to return. Valorum, no one else is going to die around you, right?
Exactly. Valorum's gonna whip out the supreme healing potion.
How do you get over there?
Is this ship on the ground?
Yep, and it's 20 feet high.
Oh no. Hold on. I was right here.
So 30 could get you looking around the corner with a perception check. It could definitely see Morik and maybe Drugdug, but you'd be... no, sorry, she's occupying that area.
Would I be able to squeeze between here?
I would allow it with a dex save at advantage.
Yeah, I will take the dex save.
You're scraping some thorns otherwise, though.
Oh, man. It's almost 17.
Even
I'll
for
scrape some
14, that's
thorns.
not going to quite be enough here. One sec. 11 points of piercing damage here, Valorum, as the thorns rake into the metal spines of your back.
Valorum's going to take a Supreme Healing Potion that was just refilled because of that time thing and pour it down Drug Doug's mouth.
Well said. You remember each moment that has brought you here, and the more you value them, the stronger you will fight. Valorum, that's an action to administer the potion.
Quite all right. I will administer that potion. It's 10d4 plus 20, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, and then plus 20, so 42.
A mere 42 HP here, as Drug Dug, almost like a drunken sailor being woken up by being keel-hauled. You find yourself conscious once again.
Oh no.
And then as a bonus action, Valorum's going to take a shot with his Starry Archer.
She shoots and shoots
Oh.
and shoots. Success or failure, that is what she does, Valorum. Anything else?
Nope, that is my turn.
The gargoyle.
Gargoyle is going to pick up his rocks again and start whipping the rock.
Let's see it.
He's gonna get him. Nope.
Not quite making it either time. The rocks flying into the air here at random.
Oh, frightened. As long as I can be within 30 feet of him, right?
You
But I
cannot
can't
move
move
closer to
forward.
him. So, effectively, you have to end 30 feet away, right?
Yeah.
So, you could go here. You could go... Sorry. So, you're 40 feet away. So, you could go here, anywhere in this line, or more, and then anywhere back.
We're gonna go over here then. And then, yeah, wisdom save for this guy. Oh, he's out of that fright now.
Well done. The determination of his conjurer bleeding through to the elemental as he senses the tides shifting. Anything else?
That is the golem or gargoyle.
The dual heads inhale. Victory. Defeat. They are but one tale in my eyes. The acid breath erupts toward you.
It's gotta be acid, no.
Oh, get fucked. She's flying up and over your party. She's catching Morik as she does it. Scouring down toward all three of you. The jet of acid erupting through your bodies. Give me those dex saves. Morik fails one death save immediately.
Please, 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 please. Yes!
Success. Morik's body battered. The burning forge light still within it here. On the acid breath. $34 reduced to 17 points of damage to Drug Dug and Valorum. Drug, Valorum, conscious?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. That is 2 failed death saves on Morik here. That's going to bring us to the top of the round, and that is going to bring us to a lair action here. The creature, as slow in remembering its own dominion as it was to conjure it. Grasping vines erupt from the walls in a similar way that your own did, Valorum. I need Drug Dug and Valorum to make me dexterity saves. DC 15 here.
Oh, no.
No!
I love that you either roll really high or really low.
It's a good time.
Dang.
The entangling vines erupt here, Valorum, ensnaring themselves in between the metal plates of your being. Drug Dug, you manage to leap out of it. You are not entangled. The area around you here is difficult terrain. Morik's body being drawn down into the vines. That's going to bring us to Feline.
Okay. So where Feline is Sing is 30 feet in the air, correct?
One more time?
The dragon's 30 feet in the air,
No,
correct?
in fact, Amphisbaena is 20 feet in the air in order to get the hit on Morik here.
Ooh, that is fair. She probably couldn't jump up and being a
has a
monk
climb
and
speed.
doing.
She has a climb speed as a tabaxi.
She has a climb. What?
Yeah, equal to her running speed.
Oh, so she's got. Yeah, okay, so she's gonna climb 20 feet up and start smacking the shit out of this thing.
As she climbs, her claws sinking into the gold, sinking into the stone of both revelry and age. They sever both. She's level with the creature's two heads as they turn toward her.
All right, first one, 23.
23 hits.
Make me a con save, as this is going to be a stunning strike.
Let's see here. The creature's spirit sings out in defiance. A 21 on the save here.
That succeeds. I'm going to be next attack. 18, that's going to miss. We're going to key point flurry of blows. Just going to 22. Make me another Constitution save.
At advantage, the two heads of the creature sharing nerves. A 24.
Damn it.
A roar of defiance.
Last attack, gonna miss. And she's gonna stay there. She doesn't want to take the op attack.
2,000 years will not be overcome by a single moment of determination. There is more for you to do. Anything else on Feline's turn?
That will be Feline.
That's going to bring us to a legendary action from Amphisbaena here, as Celeste's spell begins to burn upon her fingertip here. Once again, two legendary actions as the wing attack beats out. I need a save from Feline here.
22.
A 22 saves as Amphisbaena leaps away from the creature, slamming into the other side, pulling herself low beneath the wall as a single eye fixates itself upon Celeste's movement. Hold up. Yep.
Little B. I ain't done nothing wrong at all. Does it look like it's holding a ready action or something?
Oh no, that was...
Legendary action.
It's a legendary action.
Hold up.
So
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
I
like-
actually forgot to take the creature's turn. Thank you. My bad.
What?
Didn't I?
No, she
you-
shot a
Am I
breath
tripping?
attack at us.
She
Yeah,
did.
shot breath attack. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that
And
was...
then she
Yeah, that was after
entangled.
Feline. Okay, no, I was tripping. I had Feline off of the turn order here for a sec. Yeah, it's your turn, Celeste.
I'm just double checking that she didn't kind of like sniper
You
shot me.
got
Other
me for a
person
second,
different.
man. Like, I was like, what? Oh, okay. Go on.
Okay, I can't really see the rest of the team because they're on the other side of the boat, so I don't really know what's going on there.
Remember, you do have your manifest mind.
I do have my manifest mind, but I don't know. You know what? I'll use my bonus action to shoot my manifest mind over to here. And do they look like? Does Morik look like he is in physical?
He's about to
danger?
die. He's about to die. He is on the verge of death. He's bleeding out. The vines are drawing him down into his final resting place.
I just call it to Valorum.
I got him.
Have you got him?
Thorm waves his hand. I got him. If he doesn't die this turn.
Well, I'm like, yeah. There's nothing really I can do to like help. I was gonna like vortex warp him out of there if he looked like he was going to take damage. if he just looks like he's entangled in some roots.
He's entangled, yeah.
It's the best. I can't do much with that. I am. What's the range on right? What
One
is
more
the
time?
range on lightning bolt?
120
feet?
feet.
Okay. Okay, I'll call her stare.
Yo, what?
I'll call her stare. I'll stare at her right back, and I will
Okay.
take out my wand. I will point it at her face, and I'm going to use a 6-charge lightning bolt.
Just 6?
Just 6, because I'm not risking destroying the wand.
Hey, we might be dead. I say go for all 7.
Celeste. No, as
Go
you
for all
choose 6.
7?
No, hold on. No, as you choose 6, make me an insight check.
Yeah.
14. The life cycles of the gods, life and death, not so different from mortals themselves. As you hold this single blackened twig taken from Jelonin, the goddess of the harvest, an entity toward thousands of lives have been sacrificed, yet unknown by any living tongue. You feel it in your hands. You make the same decision they did in this moment, to give everything but the last drop, in hopes that slumber will mean revival. The gnosis flashes through you here in a moment like a lightning bolt, leaving you just as swiftly. For a brief moment, the power, the impermanence, and the childishness of divinity flows through you. Give me that damage, baby.
Let's go 11d6.
That's absolutely going to be an additional legendary resistance here as the 3rd is used. The lightning bolt attempting to scour it. Time flowing forth and backwards for a brief moment as the gold upon the walls melts and rejuvenates itself. Amphisbaena seeking a way out. And yet, the judgment is written. 37 points of light. Is that a 6th level? That's a lot of ones. 37 points of damage here, reduced to 18. The lightning bolt scouring the dragon in the center of the necks as the electric charge causes the entire body to convulse. You see the blood dripping from the jaws. The knowledge of life and death in its eyes, it fears nothing. Anything else, Celeste?
She does like like that look of like, yeah, I got your number. Yeah, you know me. And as she's doing it, she's like slowly making her way to the door,
No.
opens it, like still keeping eye contact with the dragon the entire time, be like, yeah, I got you. Yeah, and like opens the door and just steps through the doorway.
The dragon's eye contact, as you begin to move, shifts toward Morik's dead body. The eye flares. You have a reaction that could help. Do you wish to abandon your companion here? To his own fate in the intervention of Valorum?
I'm sure you could take a hit, Celeste.
You know what? We did Rubber Mummy together. I can't leave Rubber Mummy alone. Where was I? I was here. I will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here, and that gives me just in range.
Just in line of sight as well, which is the essential consideration here.
I always got line of sight.
That's true. Very well said, Celeste.
Um,
Oh, baby. Morik, death save.
Oh, I'm gonna use my reaction.
The fate
Celeste,
is written
use
in
your
the
reaction
stars.
too.
Is there anything to be done?
I only got 3.
No.
No!
I told everybody don't do it.
Nah, but you're your teammate. We have to.
We have to try, man.
Oh, now y'all are in a line. Oh,
Look, if we go down, we go down together.
I don't have a third level spell slot either.
Sometimes the fuel just burns out, no matter how you stoke it. Morik's heart ceases to beat for the second time within the past 2 hours. Drug Dug.
2 hours.
But
Okay. So I'm fucking prone, right?
You are.
I stand up.
Yep, you made the save.
It's half my movement. Oh fuck! I can't move. I don't think I can get to here, can I? That's 15 foot. See, I can.
Yeah. So
Er.
20, 25, or sorry, 10, 20, and 25 would get you to there.
Can I get to this? Yeah. Whoa. Get heat. I'm gonna try and get to the other side of the barge to try and get cover to hide from it. But I don't know if I'm not close enough. I don't think.
You're attempting to hide behind the barge? Yeah, you can from that angle.
Alrighty. Well, damn. That is the turn.
Very good. Drug Dug.
Gaming.
The creature's 4 eyes continuing to scan the chamber around you. You sense that you are seen. That's your turn.
Wait a minute. I just use a. I didn't have to dash to get out.
So
Yeah, I didn't have to. I'm dumb.
So you have your whole action economy available to you.
Okay. Oh, I thought. I'm not gonna lie. For some reason in my head, I thought I had the dash. Fuck. In that case.
Hold up. You did stand up from prone, right? So 15 feet of movement.
Oh yeah.
So bonus action dash, and you have an action remaining to you.
So I would have had to. So yeah, then my turn is
the
over.
hide is stealth, and then we're solid. Good turn, Drug Dug. Valorum. Valorum?
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
You're fine.
We are going to once again cast Entangle on this thing.
Another Entangle here. A first level spell. Another strength save. With a 23, the vines reach up, yet they cannot catch the flapping wings of the dragon before you.
And then bonus action, I'm going to take a shot. Pew. Damn it.
16 would miss. Anything else?
Lorm's going to command his gargoyle to go flying over.
Very good. The gargoyle hurtling toward the dragon here, claws and fangs being repelled by the scales. Let's see the rolls.
I don't think this thing can grapple this thing, can it?
It doesn't have the size, no.
That's fair. That is fair. Alright. Going to bite.
Missing.
Claw.
Missing. The thick flesh is too much for the conjured creature before you. Without the determination of life, without the purpose that you all possess, it does not have the same strength. Anything else, Valorum?
That is Valorum.
Amphisbaena, before returning to her turn, will use a legendary action to make a tail attack against the gargoyle. Once again, it manages to avoid the blow with a natural 1. 2 breath weapon recharges, and they both return. The acid, the poison, intermingling in a helix as it surges forth above the wall, looking for victims before it. Absolutely. 30-foot cone. It wants every inch of you guys it can get.
Ayo.
You know it.
I need that cloaca now. Hand it over.
I don't know there's ever a good reason to use cloaca, but that's one.
I'm gonna need Drug Dug, Celeste, and Valorum to make a DC 14 Constitution save against poison.
Wait, is it doing it from my side or from Feline's side?
Ooh.
Doing
You
what?
were
side?
like,
I put my health
like
back to
angling
zero.
it. You were like angling it up from Feline. Was it on me instead, or do you mean Feline?
I need, Celeste, Drug Dug, and Valorum. I need to make the saves, as it's gonna angle left here.
You have advantage, Drug Dog.
Oh. Well.
Oh my god. That was a 20 and a 3.
So Drug Dug with advantage, a 19 is a success.
I'm gonna take half from this.
So I take a what? I have resistance to poison.
That is
right?
going to be anyone who saves takes 9 points of damage here. Anyone who fails, thanks to the protection from poison, is going to take only 19.
I have a question. I have resistance to poison just in general, with also protection from poison with 2 resistances. Is it just still half?
Yeah, your resistance does not stack.
Alright, so 19.
Alrighty. So 16 health remaining.
Remember, Drug Dog, you take quarter.
Yeah, I took
Okay.
9.
9 points here. Bringing us back to the top of the round with the legendary action. For a moment, the wall of brush disappears. And then it erupts from the floor once again, the angle changing as it bursts. Hold up. As it bursts through the bodies of Valorum and Celeste here, I'm going to need a dexterity save from both of you, DC 16.
No, man, it's on a 15.
Is it a DC 15?
It is a, let me double check that, it's a DC 4, DC 15.
Help. We can't help each other. No.
It's okay. Key.
That is 21 points of damage to Celeste and to Valorum here. You have your choice. Which side of the wall do you wish to be pushed toward?
Oh.
I'm
going this side.
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm going this side. I am fucking about to die. But I am on this side.
Alrighty.
How bad is this thing looking?
Make me a medicine check as you attempt to discern how redundant organs and multiple brains may fare in this battle.
23.
In a 3-act play, we've come to the climax.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
That is Amphisbaena's turn. Or sorry, that is Amphisbaena's lair action, bringing us to Feline's turn.
Okay, so Feline. Okay. She's 20 feet in the air. Feline can climb this and smack her up. I think that's what Feline's gonna do, seeing that this thing is pretty hurt. Yeah. Climbing this, how much damage are we talking?
Climbing it, give me a moment. For every 1 foot the creature travels through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement. I would need another dex save, essentially.
Okay. And then it's difficult terrain, correct?
Yes. On a fail, it's going to be another 4d8 if she fails this.
Oh. No, I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think she's going to climb it then. Instead, using her proficiency bonuses, she's going to, in a line, shoot fire at this thing.
Very fair. Go ahead, and that's a dex save, her DC. An 8 is going to fail here as the jet of flame leaps up, scouring the dragon's body.
And then we're going to do that another time.
With another, the fire even more ferocious this time. And another failure here, as she can read the creature's intentions, her own draconic nature burning within her. Anything else?
Bonus action. I can't smack it. Nope, for now that's going to be Feline.
It's a fine turn from Feline, and that will bring us to Celeste.
Hit it hard, Celeste. Hit it hard.
I know. Are you guys good? Do you need a portal?
This be the one of the few chances I get to get sneak attack if I hit.
Okay, so you're good. And Flarm, are you good where you are?
Yeah, you just start hit this thing hard.
Cool. Because I didn't realize that I didn't use up all my lightning bolt charges. So Celeste thought she used up all the charges and then sees that the twig still has a spark in it. And knowing that if this thing doesn't go down now, there is a chance they can lose. And she doesn't want to see all these people die, so she's going to use the rest of the charges to do a 5th level lightning bolt at the dragon.
A 5th level lightning bolt here. From the wand or from...
From the wand.
Very
so that's using
good.
the last 3 charges, so we'll have to roll a d20.
Oh, baby.
Damn. You roll the same amount of damage. That's wild.
I know. I guess I really like the number 37.
37 points of damage here. Another dexterity save from the green dragon. 3 legendary resistances available to it. Reduced to 2. As you can see, the creature's will flagging. The time stream shifting around it. The spark of lightning dancing off into the distance, only managing to clip the creature's wing. Celeste, anything else?
Who does it look like fixated on? Does it look like it will come after me because I'm here by myself, or does it look like it's going to go for the rest from like my current point of view?
Make me an insight check.
No idea.
The
It has
heads
2 heads.
dance in the air, the eyes looking in different directions. Anything else?
I'm going to... I'm too low to stay. I'm going to boop out 30, get me up to here. And then... Yeah. Object interaction, close the door.
Very good.
I love closing doors.
Closing the door in front of you. I do not disagree with that mission statement. The door closed in front of you. The sun and
She's
moon.
still doing she's definitely still doing the like, yeah, I got you, don't you worry. Bitch. Closes the door.
Bitch, affectionate. Good turn. Very good turn. That's going to bring us to a legendary action from Amphisbaena. The wing attack once again. The vortex like blades cutting through the air. I need Valorum. I need Feline. I need the gargoyle to make dex saves. Morik's own body mangled by the attack. A fourth death save.
Ah,
A failure from Valorum.
this might kill me.
Then you will break your promise.
Oh, Gargoyle's like, damn.
Give me one from Feline as well. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was making you roll 3 death saves as a player, or 3 dex saves as a player.
Ah, I got it. Dex. Oh, at least Fleen saved.
That is 15 points of damage to Valorum, 15 points of damage to the gargoyle.
Gargoyle takes half unless these wings are adamantine.
They're not. Are you conscious, Valorum?
I am conscious by 1.
Give me the con save.
Oh, and then con save for... Okay, we good.
Very good. Without the 2-point variance on the damage roll, Valorum remains conscious. The gargoyle remaining intact here. Proned and proned for... Sorry, Feline is still up. The gargoyle proned as well. The bludgeoning damage is in fact taken. 7 points.
To the gargoyle?
Yeah. Falling damage, not something you can become immune to.
Okay.
As I have debated with my players in the past.
Okay, so that's 7, 14, so this thing is... Yeah, okay, you did the math for me, perfect.
Very good. That is the creature's legendary action. Morik, can you tell me what the purpose of a funeral is?
To pay respects to the person who passed, and to create closure for the people who are surviving them.
Very well said. The chamber that you currently occupy is a tomb. It is one of the greatest tombs that has ever been constructed by mortal beings, built to defy life and death itself. Morik, in this moment, you feel a conjuring. You have felt the hearth light of your own kinsmen calling you home before. You have died. This is not new. Yet, unlike the last time, you can feel another pull as well. As you see yourself, your own spirit being exhaled in your death rattle, glowing up into its own form before the ship in front of you. You can see tanned, skinned, well-built Cholton men and women as they prepare it and make it ready to sail. Where do you go?
I think Morik would start dusting himself off. Just, there's dirt on his armor. There would be dirt even just subconsciously in that moment, cleaning himself even though there's no real dirt there. He would begin walking towards the ship, seeing for the first time in what is a day but 3 deaths, peace. He'd start walking towards the ship to get on with the people to see what is happening now.
Morik, as you move toward the ship, I don't know if you know who these people are. I don't know if you know what purpose you serve amongst them. Yet you say you travel toward peace. What peace is that?
One that escapes here. It has been nightmare after nightmare for him. For 2 hours, not swinging an axe twice and dying as many times as he has swung his axe is not a life he chooses to live, not a place he wants to stay, and he hopes that this ship, any ship, would take him far away from a place that handicaps him so.
It is a different ambition, but it is the same purpose that the others have embarked with. The halls of your ancestors and the recounting of your own tales is not enough. You too seek a place beyond the Forgotten Realms where new stories may be told. Is that so?
This is terrible, but my internet cut right at the end of what I said.
Fine. I said, as you gaze upon the ship before you, you think of the traumas that you have faced. You think of the possibilities before you. Just as you have seen others go in this way, is Morik seeking a place beyond the Forgotten Realms where new stories may be told?
In this moment, being thrashed about, he's seeking far away from this place. I don't know, as a dwarf, it's where he necessarily wants to go, but he understands that this place is no place for a craftsman to just wither away. His ability to protect people doesn't exist here. His ability to create weaponry that would make the dwarves that he knew safer would die next to the man and woman who were sleeping for 1,000 years.
It's not enough. And with that same thought of defiance, you are welcomed to the crew with the same earnestness that your own ancestors welcomed you into the fold. Morik, you find your place upon the ship. What that place is, only you can say. Drug Dug. The creature
I will.
bleeds, it can be killed.
I will. Steady aim. And shoot Destiny.
The grip hot within your palm. The barrel smoking. The shot ringing true. 17 points. Yes?
Yep.
The creature considers itself. Drug Dug, the bullet passes through where the heart should be, and for a brief moment, you see the whole body tremor, as some ancient defiance pushes it forth. Is there anything else on your turn?
I cannot do anything else. I steady aim. My move was cone. My bonus action gone. I use my action to shoot.
Good turn, Drug Dug. Valorum. 1 HP, yeah?
Yep.
1 HP in a dream.
It's the only HP that matters.
And this thing, like you said, that Drug Dog could have killed it on his turn, yeah?
With great luck, with great providence, there are many fates written in the stars.
That is fair. Okay. Time to start playing games with you, alright? I'm gonna start dumping stuff in there and see if we can do it. So I have, out of my star map, I have 2 guiding bolts left. I have a wild shape left. And I have 2 spell slots, first level. Is there a way where I could do a guiding bolt, but I basically dump my 2 first level spell slots and my 2 star map slots into this guiding bolt?
So you want to over-channel a spell. You want to cast
I want to
something.
over-channel.
Effectively, you want to cast something. So 2 star maps and a guiding bolt, right?
And 2 first level guiding bolts. Well, combine my 2 leftover first level spell slots into this.
Okay, give me a sec. Let me think about the math involved here. The Starry map, the Starry Archer does 2d6 on attack?
1d8 plus 4.
Okay. Guiding Bolt, normally a level 1 spell. You want to try and overchannel it here effectively to a 6th level slot. That's not a spell you're capable of casting, is it?
No, not at all.
Then I'll give you an opportunity that I will give to players. What separates the 5th and 6th level of magic? What revelation do you briefly glimpse here as you attempt to secure it?
What revelation? I feel like Valorum is about to overload his core, best way to put it. He's remembering back to when his wife plunged into the black hole, and the only reason why she did that was to get Valorum to a new place, to basically awaken Valorum's dream. Valorum cares so deeply about all these people that at this point he's willing to completely overload his core and kill himself by putting so much power into this last shot just to take this thing down.
Do you put that ambition into the spellcasting? Or do you withhold that for yourself?
I put that ambition straight into this, right into the spellcasting.
In that case, it's not a spellcasting modifier. I just need you to make me a death save.
Ooh, a death save. Ooh. I can work with that.
Place yourself in the hands of fate. I agree. A
14.
Valorum, for a brief second, you overchannel everything you have. Every ounce of starlight, every ounce of ambition, every ounce of memory that your wife left you with into a single point. As you offered to sacrifice your life here, I will convert the 6th level spell to a 9th level guiding bolt. Roll me that hit.
Okay. Now, is it out of course because Feline has inspiration still? But I ripped that inspiration from Feline.
I think anyone in the party would offer you inspiration here if they had it.
Okay. This fails. I can add a d6 to this too, so... I'm gonna add my d6 to this.
Valorum.
Which I think would just make it a hit too.
Everything given, and yet there is still more within you. The memory of the stars above never fades. With a 22 to hit, I need you to roll me a 9th level guiding bolt.
Okay, so it's 4d6 at first, so then add 8d6 on top of that.
12d6?
12d6, yes. Okay, so slash r 12d6. Wow, 39's all around it.
39 points of damage. As the starry bolt slams into the creature's chest, carving open a passage. You can see light on the other side, punched straight through. The creature's own heart beating, but slowly. Intertwined around itself, like its own heads, the body malformed by the ambitions that spawned it. Valorum, as the bolt of light surges through the creature, the heart still beats. Is there anything else?
Valorum's gonna look at his gargoyle and say, "Fucking smash into that heart!"
The first attack made with advantage.
So, now it's time for the gargoyle to do a latch dish effort, because I was thinking, this could possibly be the final round as a gargoyle. So let's make him literally go out with a boom. So he's got to stand up, which is half his movement, which is 30 feet. I know there's ruling for charge attacks, but the gargoyle its goal is to basically smash into this thing. So would there be a way where I could take a dash action and have the gargoyle just fly straight at the dragon and just break itself off of it? Like just full speed gargoyle, stone, smashing off the dragon basically. All 45 hit points.
I will allow you to roll your attacks with advantage if you wish to do that.
100%.
The gargoyle, given the command, throwing itself entirely into the attack.
All right, nat 20. Here we come.
Ew.
Oh,
The 15 missing as the clawing fist is shattered upon the scale. The 23 strikes. 3 points of slashing damage here as the gargoyle crumbles, the shrapnel of stone embedded in the creature's still living flesh. Valorum? Is that it?
I've done what I can.
We all have. With a legendary action, you see the two heads at once begin to inhale. For a brief moment, the past and the future intersect as Amphisbaena severs the circuit. I need Valorum and Drug Dug to make me a dexterity save. I need Valorum, Drug Dug, and Feline to make me a Constitution save.
Dexterity save, Anacon.
Yes. Advantage on con, thanks to the poison resistance.
That's for Feline.
One more con save from Drug Dog. A failure. Let me give you the damage here. As acid and poison intermingle together here.
Okay. So I passed the. Is that half and half?
I
Or
passed
is it
that.
okay number?
Valorum?
So 20. I'm down, but I'm gonna map this out now. So 23, and then half of that, which is 21. I am not dead.
Wait, I'm trying to think. Which one's the acid and which one's
Acid,
the poison?
the first. Poison, the second.
Okay, so
Feline is also still standing.
take 23 acid. Okay, I'm down and I get hit one more time while unconscious.
As the acid and the poison scour the body of the dragon before you. You can see it heaving with exhaustion, the gold and the stone of the wall intermingling with each other as past and future cease to hold any meaning. That brings us, I think, to Feline, assuming that she made that con save against the poison.
She did. She got a 17.
A 17, and is the damage already calculated here?
Yes, because you
Go for it.
You said you were aiming for the acid was against me and Drug Dug, and the poison was against her. Actually, she should take less damage because she saved against the poison, and then she's also resistant from the poison resistance.
Halved. Yep.
Half. So she actually has more health than that. She has, so I gotta add 10 back. She has 27.
Feline, her arm severed, her flesh melting, her fangs still bared. What will she do?
Okay. We're gonna do we do best. First of all, she's going to use her last key point to spit fire at this thing.
Give me the damage.
5.
5 points here. The 16 reduced
That's
to 2.
That's
Gout
her
of
exact
flame
DC.
just biting at the scale of the dragon before you.
Feline's going to make her way over to Drug Dug, pop open up her one healing potion, and dump it down his throat.
She's used an action here already.
Oh yeah, shoot, that's fair. I forgot that it takes an action to do that. All right, Feline then is. She's going to climb. Screw it. Yeah, she's going to climb up this thing. She's going to try to get to this dragon at this
Give
point.
me a dex save. As claws intersect with thorns.
Wow, are you?
That's how it goes sometimes. Uncaring, the adrenaline running through her body shredded upon the thorns for 18 points. If she has evasion, that's reduced to 9. I can't remember if she does.
Oh, she does have evasion. Okay. 18. All right, she's gonna, when she's up here, she's gonna punch and punch.
Take him.
All right. Punch, punch.
A miss. A hit.
Fire damage.
As the second claw flares out, the same flame that gives birth to the universe, the same darkness that brings its end. Tell me, how would Feline like to finish this creature off?
Let's go. Feline, you said the heart was still showing, right?
The heart pulsing with that cancerous aspect before you, twisted in upon itself.
So Feline's gonna kind of run up one of the heads using her monk, her quick monk agility, run up the black dragon's head. As the green dragon goes to snap at her, she kind of slides underneath it, is moving towards the heart. The dragon, both heads turn around and start to breathe in a breath attack as she just reaches in and grabs the heart, and with the flames on her claws, grips it, and the heart just turns to ash as it just withers away.
For a brief moment, you all see it. One good arm. The other one is absent. Not present in its absence, but truly absent. The world is broken, but it's enough. And so are each and every one of you. As the claw grips the heart, the flame ensorcels it, burnt to ash by your own ambitions. The source of the poison, slain. As the body of the dragon crumbles to the ground, I ask, and I'll give you a moment to decide, as the body shifts between flesh and bone, between present and past, as the spelljammer before you, its sails dance in the wind between willow trees and great broad sheets. Decide amongst yourselves. Where does the party land? Here? Or then? I'll give you
Wait,
5
what?
minutes.
Ben, I know this is a really important thing, but I'm already 20 minutes late for
In that case, we'll end the session there. And we'll pick back up next week as we loot Amphisbaena's horde, and we decide what to do with the spelljammer before us, our slain allies, and the whole goddamn time stream fucked up.
Damn, I hope I don't die with death saves. Yeah.
I mean, we have 2 healing potions on us. Feline has 1, and Valorum also has 1, a regular one sitting on him, so